Come on, Ma. These are pretty good. I don't know if I've ever tried these before.
My favorite one ever.
I like them. Oh, it's because it's this face.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Because I like those other chips.
It's called,
that.
Oh,
I know, I get it. It's that same flavor, but just a different type of chip.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
Ish. Like, because those other ones are like pork rind-ish style. Not, you know what I'm talking about? You know what chips I'm talking about that have that face and they're like really weird looking chips? They're like puffy.
They have this weird, they didn't have this weird, they have this face on other, Japanese chips too. This is their logo. I think they just like teamed up for a minute.
Oh, what are those chips called?
Like pork rinds, right?
They're like pork rinds and they're kind of spicy and have like a, I don't know, I don't think it's really chili limon.
I think it is though.
But it's just like because of the texture.
Yeah.
It's different.
But I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I know what
And nobody likes them really.
I don't know that. Actually, I love them.
I love them, but like a lot of other friends, like there's not a chip that like everybody in the room would eat.
Okay.
Maybe like a handful.
I know. I think we were talking about like.
It's been recording this whole time.
I know we've been talking about it.
Should we just we'll just keep it from this? Like we'll give it a real intro, like, right?
Well, I want to double check what this sounds like.
Well then, okay, fuck you then.
And I have to get comfortable first.
Well, can't I get comfortable first, and then we start?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just get comfortable.
What the fuck? Why? Why? Did you fucking plan that?
They've been in there for like 30 minutes.
Why? You're just like,
Well, he took them out of my bra.
were you seeing if we could tell that you had bigger titties?
No.
Put them back on. Let's do it one more time.
Okay. No, I 100% just was waiting for the beginning of the podcast to be like, let me get comfortable first.
Oh my god. Caden just whipped out some fucking like.
Fake
You
titties.
can't tell because I think it's your shirt.
No, it's because
He pulled out his fake titties. Oh, you can tell now. He has the titties.
Is that A's now?
you're
I think
fucking.
yeah.
You already had A's.
Yeah, B's.
His first.
Dude, that's ridiculous. What the fuck? Why didn't you wait till we were really recording? That'd have been funnier. When we are right now, but
Yeah.
god damn it.
Hi, welcome to the ADHD podcast. I'm your host, Caden Casaus.
Do we know how the levels are?
They look fine.
All right. I'm your other host, Khyler Vick.
Oh, and we have our first guest here today.
Wow, dude, I never would have thought Alan would be our first guest.
I know.
Only because we never see this motherfucker.
I'm gonna be the first and last.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
the last
Because
episode.
he's just gonna kill us after this.
And we have our background regular, Georgia.
She likes to sneak in from time to time to talk shit.
And sneak out.
Yeah.
Hey, I want that one.
I do feel like I need to be closer.
I want that one.
And it's Father's Day.
Georgia, there was a shot in that.
And you know what that means.
Welcome to the No Father's Day Club.
Yeah,
Louis,
this is
don't
the
get drunk.
official Father's Day podcast.
This day. Yeah,
Hey,
the
none
every
of
day,
them have
every
fathers.
podcast is the Father's Day
We all
podcast.
have fathers, but
Yeah.
Some of them are present.
That's what
Exactly.
that's what I said. I was like,
Yeah.
Caden keeps saying like, I don't have a dad. I'm like, well, you do have a dad. He's just not in your life and never has been. But you know.
All right. Well, this has kind of got off to a shaky start because we had to kind of force it in. But let's do shots.
Hey man.
Oh, you have one. You don't. So you need one.
I wanted my shot.
It's right there.
No, I want that.
she wants this one.
You what?
I thought she wanted
You
this
wanted this one?
No, it's
Too late.
Georgia, which one did you want?
Mine.
fine. Mine.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Well,
All right,
let's
boys.
fucking to not having
Goodbye,
a dad.
Or that.
Well, okay, I'll explain in a second.
We'll go into it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Is that mixed or was that all the? Is that the peach?
One was mixed.
Mine didn't taste amazing.
Yours might have been the mix.
Mine didn't taste good either. Right? Mine was
Well,
peach.
so nobody will know.
Yeah.
Well, the absolute's fucking gross.
Absolute is pretty nasty.
So Absolute is gross, but sponsor us.
Oh,
Yeah. Like how first time ever being on the pod. Sponsor us.
please.
I am part of it.
So my dad.
Well, let's set it up. So, on this podcast we've mentioned it because Kyler loves to mention it. I don't know my dad.
'Cause he's a
Our
dweeb.
guest Alan.
Also doesn't know his.
Yeah, he doesn't know his
He
dad.
doesn't know his. You say
And
don't know
Georgia
my dad.
doesn't know her biological dad.
My stepdad committed suicide.
Well, yeah,
Or
that's two dads.
Well,
right
So
to
she
it.
has
Well.
us beat. She is the number one daddy issue.
You win.
And
How
Kyler,
are you not a stripper? Just
Right.
kidding, that
You
was a
don't
little.
know.
Oh, are you?
Maybe.
And Kyler's the only one that grew up with a dad, but
Must be nice.
Like
recently,
like a week or so ago, week and a half ago, he moved to Arizona with his new family, so that's chill. Literally, she has 4 daughters, and she was married 20 years, got divorced, and my dad had 4 sons, was married for 20 years, and got divorced.
Yeah,
and then they fucking...
This is like a lot sadder Brady Bunch.
It's weird, because they knew each other in high school, and then had been, like, kept in touch ever since.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, the past year or so, have been in contact, and then we're like, fuck it, let's get married. And now my dad just moved to Arizona and starting his life over.
That's crazy.
That's
well,
so crazy.
Started his life over.
No, I'm just
Does he
I
have
would
a
like
job?
to formally welcome you
probably find
to
another job out
the
there.
No Dad Club.
Thank you.
Yeah, we cry all together on
See, me and
Tuesdays.
Caden are veterans at this,
On Tuesday.
so we're used to it.
No.
Fuck you.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have 23 years of this. You're
Yeah.
not 23 yet, so you don't know.
Oh my
I kinda
god.
feel bad
20.
though, cause like
3 years
She has
behind.
22 dads.
I haven't called him or texted
So-
You
him.
have 22 dads? Hell yeah,
No.
must be nice. I don't even have one.
If you fucked that up.
I
No,
know.
I said she...
Has 22 dads.
I did not say that, did I? We have evidence.
She has
We can go back.
22 dads.
I said
That's what you
she's
said.
20 and had 2
But
dads.
you didn't say that. You said it. She has
We have
22 dads.
evidence. We can find out later.
We will.
What I said.
And when you're wrong,
And multiple moms.
Yeah.
that's fine.
I'm texting my
Um,
dad right now, wishing him Happy Father's Day. I still haven't. Oh, God. I don't even want to call him because like something he said to me not too long ago before he moved. We got in another argument.
He said, "Don't call me."
He literally said, "I can't wait to get rid of you."
Jesus.
He said that to me like in front. Like my friend was there and he was being a fucking dick. And he's like, "I can't wait to get rid of you." I'm like, "Get rid of me?" He's
I'm
like,
getting
"Yeah."
rid of you.
But then he like, but it. I mean, it's water under the bridge. Like he never apologized for it, which kind of fucking pissed me off. It's like he didn't have to say that. It was for no reason. The argument, which is half the time, it's because I disagree with something, and instead of having a normal conversation and having to disagree,
just fight.
no, he fucking starts yelling at me and he's like, "Come on, let's go, big man. You're a tough guy. Want to fight?" And I'm like, "No, I was just having a conversation with you, and we happen to disagree on something, and he just wants to fucking fight about it."
Yeah.
It's like, that's shitty, but I don't know, he's cool. But he just left the house a fucking mess. So the thing my dad does, like you guys probably know, he likes to start projects and not finish them. Like, the whole kitchen, the living room is all ripped up. When you walk into the front door in the hallway, no flooring.
It's been like that for years now.
Yeah.
And the basement, same thing.
I've been there for a while.
And he recently ripped up the fucking hardwood floor in the living room.
What?
And then
I didn't know
was
that.
gonna redo because he has all this fresh wood to like
So do I. But go on.
to like replace it, but he'll rip it up and then not do.
I
anything
actually know
about
a guy that'll do it. You'll have to pay him, but he's really fucking good at hardwoods. And if you have the lumber, he's good to go.
Yeah, we already have it.
Brother-in-law?
Yeah, my brother-in-law.
Yeah, we have it, and
Why
it's
did
like
you say that?
I mean,
Because maybe I don't want everyone to know my brother-in-law
I think
does hardwoods.
my brother might know how to do it. Like my dad, he's like really handy guy. Like he knows
Yeah.
how to build shit and like do stuff. He just has a lack of motivation. So he'll like one day get super motivated and like, all right, I'm gonna rip up all the flooring and like replace it. And then he doesn't replace it, or he'll like half of my living room, if you've seen it lately, it's halfway finished with new hardwood, and then the rest is all like the sheeting
Well, I've
plywood.
seen it, but I
underneath.
didn't notice it.
Dude,
We had the
it's-
barbecue there the other day.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
I
And
didn't notice it.
so that's kind of annoying. Like he just like kind of handed that off onto us to finish, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Good guy.
Better than my dad.
Other than that,
Same.
he's
Yeah.
you know.
Well, your dad's a gynecologist.
What I've heard.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
legend.
I know.
I mean, it explains a lot.
Which, no, I mean, like...
Shut up. Stop. I know where you're going with this.
Like...
Pussy. Love it.
Like, how can Alan be the son of a gynecologist and not even know where the clit is? Like, come on, bro.
Oh my God.
Girlfriend's right here. We can ask her so many questions.
Vaginas. Having a serious girlfriend, I have learned the mysteries of the vagina. It is a whack organ? It's technically an organ.
An
It's a sex
organism?
organ.
Orgasm?
That's what
Hers
I was
is
thinking.
living. His name is Ted.
Dude, Bo's sleeping on my foot right now.
Oh.
But wake the fuck up. Nah, I'm just kidding. He had a good height.
Do that. What a silly boy.
What a silly little boy.
But earlier, before we started this, I was eating some of these chips right here, and I could tell my teeth are all fucked up because for some reason yesterday we were filming a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
And My one friend was like, dude, I can eat glass. He's like, I want to try eating glass. Like eating and
Wait, he
swallowing.
said he could eat glass, or that he
said
wants
he
to
could
try it?
/ wants to. Like he knows how to.
Okay.
But he said he knows how to. Like he's done his research very vaguely. Probably watched a YouTube video, but never had done it. So he started trying to do it, and then he ended up just spitting it out. And then our other friend Justin, who was there, he started doing it. And he actually I've never seen this been done in real life. Like witness somebody take a bite out of glass. It was a light tube.
No.
And it's so loud. It sounds like you're chewing on fucking rocks. So then I was like, oh, that looks fun. Let me try it. And I started trying it. And immediately I took like a big fucking piece of glass out of this light tube. It was like probably 1.5 inches long. Started chewing it and like immediately cut my lip.
I see that actually.
And which probably made it look cooler because it wasn't even a bad cut. But anyway, what I was getting at is eating food right now feels fucked up because when I was chewing it, dude, it felt like I was chewing rocks or like sand,
bet.
like hard gritty, and it's so loud. As I was chewing it, felt like my ears were ringing.
Fuck
it was so loud in my ears. It was. So
I have
shitty.
like a weird thing about eating hard shit,
eating
like
things
rock
that shouldn't
candy.
be eaten.
Well, rock candy or like if there's a rock in my food or something hard, it like.
How often do you have rocks in your food?
You don't know my mother. Just kidding.
Oh
No. No, anytime there's anything weird in my food, like hard, that's like crunches a lot, or anything like that, like I can't handle. It's like chalk on
nails on a chalkboard.
Yes, chalk on a nail board.
Yeah,
like
even
chalk
better.
on a nail. I remember once when I was in middle school, we had this Indian science teacher. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. It was like Chickapaka Wada Wada Wada.
That's pretty racist.
The one who called Alan.
No. That was a white chick.
Alan?
Yeah. This was in middle school.
She just saw you and thought you looked Middle Eastern, so she called you Alan.
Chipakana?
She said Alan. Like
that was so
Alan?
funny.
What do you mean?
Alan.
But I had this middle school teacher, and she was Indian, and I remember we did this weird assembly where like we went to school after school, and there was like food, and it was like a barbecue, and each one of the teachers did a like individual in their classroom put on like a showcase kind of thing. They did something cool. I can't even remember any of them, but I remember hers was she had you walk across nails.
What?
Yeah.
She made you walk across.
She made you if you wanted to pass the class.
No. This was like an after school.
After school program. Come on, walk across nails.
Yeah.
That
there
sounds
was
like Mike had a teacher.
There was like a teacher with karaoke. There was a teacher with like a science
walk on
experiment.
hot coals and nails and
Some had like
You
science
swallow
experiments.
something fucking.
It was. I realize now,
She was
kind
Indian.
of fucked up.
Literally, that's what they do. Like Indians.
Yeah,
They lay on like beds of nails.
Yeah.
Well, I know some of them will like walk on broken glass as like freak show type things.
Yeah,
like,
so we did. She had that set up in her classroom at this
Wait.
assembly.
But who walks across the hot coals? And
Just
also
people.
I think they would. They probably would.
I think it was a Buddhist thing.
Okay.
Because I remember
like.
I only know this because of episodes of Wild Boys. They like there's these like freak show dudes from India
I think that's what I saw too.
who would like walk and like stomp on broken glass and like take bites of fucking glass.
Yeah.
And there's this one dude who would put like a needle in his eye, not in it, but like in like the pocket of his eye, and, like closes and like pick it up. And like sword swallowing. And all that crazy
it's like
shit, which is super cool, I think. But like most people would be like shocked.
Oh, you're a fucking sweetheart.
But the fact that they would have kids come and walk on like a. Like, was it like a bed of nails?
Bed of nails.
And they'd
like,
walk on it?
Yeah.
Like, laying on that shit, I would imagine, doesn't feel
well, you
great.
can walk on it. It's
That's-
just all, again, the same. Like, it's
like
a balance.
Balance,
Even
yeah.
pressure.
But, like, they can't be that sharp, even though it's, like, distributing weight. Like, you
I
either
don't
have
know.
to be so close
So what
together,
happened-
or,
Yeah.
like, not that sharp, or both.
I remember.
But how
I
do you get
did
away
it.
with doing that at a school?
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know. I don't know.
Anyway, did
but
you
this-
do it?
Yes.
You walked
so
on
I did it. Killed it.
Hell yeah.
Walked through it perfectly fine. I was like, hell yeah. And then there was a chick I had a crush on that I saw at the
fucked it
assembly. And so I was like, let's go over to this. Let's go over to this. I
nailed her.
wanted to impress her, so I was going to do it again. I was going to do it again to impress her.
You fucked
And
it
then,
up.
like, I was in the middle of it, and this kid burst in the classroom, like, yelling and, like, just, like, burst through the door yelling and screaming and shit. And the teacher went to go stop him, and she was like, she would hold your hand as you walked across it. And she, like, pulled on me. So all my pressure went on one foot and then just stabbed
Oh my god.
a whole bunch of nails into my foot. And then I fell off of it and shit in front of this chick I liked.
Oh my god.
But then I found out she was a creationist, and so I was like, oh, well, that's fine. I don't care about
Okay,
her anymore.
What is a creationist?
Yeah, what is that? I don't even. What's it?
You're
How?
good,
Wait, what? Were you in high school?
Middle school.
And a girl was a
eighth-
creationist.
How do you
grade?
a creationist?
What is
It's
it?
like, I'm a creationist.
What is
They
that?
believe,
what does that mean?
They believe God made the world in 7 days or whatever. Like, they don't believe in evolution.
Oh, so like
so
she's
she's
religious.
retarded.
She's super
yeah.
religious. But, like,
Oh.
religious people, some believe in evolution.
I
But
believe in
some,
evolution.
creationism is the antithesis to evolution. So,
So
it's
you-
like you believe in evolution or you believe in creationism.
I just don't
Okay.
understand why some parts didn't
So she.
evolve.
Wait.
Yeah.
So she
How come
believes.
you have to wear the headphones and I can't?
Do you want to wear the headphones?
Not anymore,
Do
but...
you want to be the big boy?
I want my headphones, though.
I can only hear
Wear 'em
you
at
guys
school.
through the headphones.
Oh, really? Oh.
It's sick. Where?
Yeah, I'll
Not right now, but I just want to say...
We'll just put 'em
No,
on
let
real
him put them
fast.
on. Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
let me
it's
put
kind
'em
of
on.
weird. You can like hear yourself as well.
You
Yeah.
can like
I
hear the
hate that. I
dog
hate my
name
voice.
tags.
I'll-
Yeah, I
I'll
can
wear
hear
it.
shit from inside the house.
That's fucking weird. Oh,
yeah,
I hate
dude.
this.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Now I'm Alan.
At some point, we'll all have headphones. We just
When Caden
haven't.
gets rich.
Alan,
we
these are
have
like
production.
These are real Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
They are.
They feel really good.
No, because they are.
Because I just finally realized the
How much
difference
were they?
between Ray-Bans.
$120.
The
Oh,
difference
why
between
would you do that?
Ray-Bans. No, you
What?
literally
Why would
they
you do
literally
that?
feel.
I didn't
so,
buy them. I got them for my
They
birthday.
feel
Let me
so
try
much
'em.
better compared. Okay, wear
Let me try
these,
'em.
which are $120.
Well, let me wear the
sunglasses,
shitty ones first.
And then these, I didn't even
That's
buy
just
these.
better.
These were a gift from a friend, but you can already tell they're Miller Lite sunglasses.
yeah,
so they're
the
like,
cheaper ones.
well, they're
Okay.
like,
That's your problem. You should have got Corona ones.
well, they're like, I think they're promotional sunglasses, so they're already like probably $2 a pop.
Yeah.
They're like super
They're
cheap.
made to be given out.
Yeah.
So
So they were
Felicia
given.
these.
Loves you.
Oh
for
my
buying that.
Yeah,
God.
right. Like they fit like so snug, right? Like
Remember
they're
that-
like meant to
Do
be
you
on
remember
your
that scene
face.
in Rick and Morty where he finds like the perfect level?
Yeah, yeah.
And he like
then-
can't
you-
go
Oh
pick
my
it
God,
now?
yes, I
That's
do.
what these sunglasses
Yeah, you
are.
can't go back after
These are
wearing those.
so nice to those. Let me try those ones back
Dude, these are
on
so
again.
terrible. And if you look, the screws are coming up. You can
Yeah.
feel. So
well,
like,
one
they're
side's
they're
higher
little,
up than the other.
Yeah,
you
they're
can feel that.
they're a little off. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So you have to like adjust them because the screws are coming undone.
Oh God.
But
dude.
any
I could
sunglasses,
never go
like if
back.
you don't spend a lot of money on sunglasses, they're not gonna fit like as
Well.
great as these could, because these are angled.
Yeah.
If you look, these are like angled into like
and they're
fit
like
snugger
made.
on your
Oh,
face.
they're nice.
And they feel so warm, probably because they were on Alan's head, but they feel
Like
ready to
home.
rock,
Back home. Yeah.
like
like
a warm
home.
toilet seat. You know, you just like
No,
heated
that's the
toilet
most-
seat.
No, a heated toilet seat.
No, a
Oh,
warm toilet
God.
seat after in a public restroom.
Just checking for later. Fuck.
So what would you rather do? Staple your fingernails or eat glass?
Fingernails for sure.
I don't know. Maybe eat glass.
I don't know. People can do it, I guess, but
you
no.
can do both.
I
Like,
can't handle
Anybody
that.
could do both, technically.
I have like a hole in my tooth too, so like I'm worried that glass will just
Whoa,
get shoved
I'm
in.
not
there.
asking you personally. Like, oh, do you have a hole in your tooth? Can you eat glass?
Well, no, he's asking me personally which one I'd rather
He,
do.
he was asking everybody here.
But that's my reason for doing the nails.
So you'd rather, yeah. All right,
And I
well,
have a
okay.
weird thing
all right,
about like
well,
chewing.
luckily I
hard
brought a
things.
stapler. I didn't try it, dude. So like the first couple times I did it yesterday, it wasn't so
Fine.
bad.
It's weird though, isn't it?
And then when I finally
like it,
got it
yeah.
to where it went into both my
Crazy.
fingernails, I was sitting there and I literally said to my friends, I was like, "Do you ever feel like you want to cry sometimes?" Because I was just like in so much fucking pain. It was
Oh,
like,
God.
and like we had to get needle nose pliers to pry them out, and like I did it myself.
I might do the glass now hearing that.
Like, it's so stuck in there. It's fucked up. Like, look at this shit.
Yeah, you look. This is a good Jesus cosplay, dude.
Right? Well, I was actually thinking it'd be cool footage to like get like
Nail
nailed
yourself
to the
on a
cross,
crucifix?
but then
Okay.
like have a chick sucking my dick, like while I'm nailed to the cross. That'd be like good footage. So, how was your Father's Day?
Oh God damn it! That reminds me too much of my father. Don't do that. You just put a cigarette on me. I don't know. Father's Day is weird for me. I've never had one.
Father's Day.
I've never had to do Father's Day, like ever in my life. So like,
It's a weird holiday.
it
Anyway.
feels like a day off. Like all these other people have obligations today and shit, and they have to go do things, and like, yeah, I have to go do those things for my dad. It feels like I'm out of school, and everyone else has responsibilities and has to do shit, and I just get the day off.
I agree
holidays.
with it.
Holidays
Yeah.
just kind of feel like an inconvenience anyway. It's
Yeah.
like you're like forced to do shit that you don't want to do with people you don't want to hang out with. I mean, unless you do want to hang out with your family and like do.
I love my family.
That
I just
food
don't
shit.
have a dad.
But wait, it's technically Mother's Day and Father's Day a holiday because it's on Sunday, and everybody has a day off anyways.
Well, yeah, you
Like
don't get
4th
the
of
day
July-
off.
Not
4th of July-
everyone does.
But 4th of July is a holiday. Everybody has a day off.
Well, that's
Nobody-
a federal holiday.
So,
This is just
okay.
kind of like socially accepted holiday.
Okay, that makes
Love
sense.
It's
America.
And 4th of July is an even weirder holiday, which I love. It's probably one of my favorite holidays because you literally just barbecue and get drunk with the boys and shoot fireworks.
Yeah,
and
but it
just
also
get reckless.
sucks because
You just get reckless.
some people have to go back to work the next day, and you're hungover.
Right.
Me,
Well, Father's
I
Day
have
is
to work.
smaller.
Yeah, you're not getting like, oh, it's Father's Day, Dad. Let's
You
get
don't
wasted.
party. You just kind of celebrate your dad.
Yeah, what do you
birthday.
do? Get him a couple fucking beers and like, hey,
Yeah.
Dad, Happy Father's Day.
Get him a tie or
Yeah.
like
Get him
Mom
some grill
sucks his
stuff.
dick.
Yeah,
You know, I'm like,
hopefully.
Yeah.
You'd hope your mom would suck his dick. If you know.
Well, it's
in that
Father's
situation.
Day, so shouldn't the kid suck his dick?
Good lord.
Let's end it here, stop.
Oh God, Jesus.
No, like I don't think the mom has to do anything unless the kids are so young then he'd help.
But technically,
like,
for
Maybe
Mother's
like
Day,
breakfast
wouldn't
in
the
bed.
dad do
dude,
something for
that's-
her on
that's-
Father's
that's-
on Mother's
that's-
Day?
I
It's
guess
funny that
to
you bring
celebrate
up.
motherhood. I
Yeah.
guess.
Georgia just brought up breakfast in bed, and so my mom called me earlier, and you know what's the worst part? When she called me, I was jerking it.
No.
And like I was like getting closer to coming,
No.
and I swear. And then all of a sudden she called. I'm like, I'm not just gonna ignore her call and keep jerking it, but I'm
Yeah.
also sitting here with my dick in my hand. Better answer it. I'm like completely naked with, what's up, Mom?
No.
She's like, what are you doing? Nothing, just chilling. Like I just
Jerking it?
Yeah, I was like, no.
You can't tell her that. Makes sense.
Anytime I've had to answer the phone for answer my mom's phone call when I've been jerking it, I immediately right off the bat give her so much attitude.
Like I was like,
Like,
I'm fucking busy. Call me back in
No,
5
like,
minutes.
I was pretty calm, but anyway.
No, I'm resentful.
Georgia was talking about breakfast in bed,
Yeah.
and my mom made like some like strawberry waffles or like some like cool breakfast, and she's
for
like, and
her new
well,
dude.
she made it because she had some people over, but my stepdad was still sleeping, and this was like 11:30 in the morning, like, and he was still in bed, and she's like, and she told me this, she's like, I could have brought him breakfast in bed, but I just put everything away. She's like, fuck him. I'm like, nice. Like the one time that you probably should have brought him breakfast in bed was today, like to wake him up. But I mean, he does work
Is he a
shitty
dad?
hours.
Other
Yeah.
than like now.
Yeah,
that
He
he's your brother.
he has two. So I have 2 stepbrothers and 4 stepsisters.
That's
now,
crazy.
Which
That's
is
hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Sisters? I knew the brother
Yeah.
parts. I've seen them come to my shop because, you know,
Yeah.
they work together. I see him. I see the other kid.
Yeah, I have a little stepbrother who's like, I think he's like 10, and he fucking is obsessed with stunts. And like,
Is he? That's
yeah,
dope.
he loves like the shit that I do.
Too bad they don't live here. You could take them under your wing.
And
Make him
Well,
do
we
his
talked
stunts.
about that once.
and one time he was wanting to jump off the deck in the backyard. And at first he was like, you should jump off the deck. And I'm like, I've already done that a million times. And then I was like, you should jump off the deck. And he's like this little ass kid. And he's like, all right. And he was about to do it. And then he gets up there and he's fucking shitting bricks. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there filming with my phone. And I'm like giving him attitude. I'm like, hurry up and jump. I'm not going to sit here all day.
And you fucking just push him off.
No, and
Just- oh,
and
okay.
he didn't jump. But and like I kind of felt bad because he was so nervous.
Yeah.
And then he ended up jumping off the lower part.
Yeah.
Which was only probably like maybe 6.5 feet off the ground, 6 feet, and he jumped off that and ate so much shit. Like he was fine, but if he would have jumped off the upper part, which is
He
like
would've been
another 4
fucked.
feet, so he jumped off like what, like 10 feet off the
Yeah.
ground, which I've done. You guys see me do that, and like
Yeah.
you just have to tuck and roll and you'll be okay. But when he jumped, he just fucking like accordioned his body,
Oh.
and, he was, like, and that was only 6 feet off the ground. So I'm like, good thing you didn't jump off the tall part, buddy, or else you'd have been fucking
Yeah.
hurt. And I would not explain that to Mom. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you. This,
He
is
just
your,
runs away.
this
Like,
was your idea.
his idea. I wasn't there. I didn't film it.
Yeah, like
That's
delete
crazy,
the footage.
man.
But like, no, he's obsessed with it. And then I have an older. He's not older than me. I think.
But he's older.
I think he just turned 21,
Okay.
and he's pretty chill too. I've only met him like once or twice, but he seemed like a cool guy. And then I met my stepsisters only once, and my stepmom like a couple of times. And it's weird now that my dad's like living over there with all of them.
Oh, so that, okay, that makes sense. I forgot my, so
not,
like, okay.
not to be creepy, but my stepsister,
Wait, really?
well, like one of them's pretty cute, like the oldest one, and even still, I think she's only like 20. So it's like,
Legal.
yeah, I think one's like 18 and one's 20.
Legal.
I think I'm not. I don't even know,
Yeah.
but
Still legal.
it's
We
so,
don't know.
it's so creepy even now to like think about like in like a different world, like or not like a different scenario. If you were to like meet them and like you like attracted to each other, it's fine. But then once like your dad married
Yes,
separate,
I
and
thought
then
about that
and
a
then
lot.
your stepsisters or your
Step siblings.
and that's super creepy. Even though you've only met meet her 23 years later into my life, and we're not related by blood at all. It'd be still so creepy. Now, how would you explain? Like, say I go over there and visit for like a holiday, and then we end up fucking hooking up. Not that I'm trying to do that, but I'm just saying, come on, like, you all think that. It's like, how would you explain that? Or if you got caught, like, oh my god, dude, that'd be the
like
fucking
your dad
weird.
and her had, like, your stepmom had a kid, and then you, like, got caught up with this chick and had a kid, like,
my dad and I don't think my dad and stepmom would have a kid. My dad's like 52. Like, it'd be too old right now. It could happen. I hope not. Like, I
think he also hopes not.
I don't think he would want. Like,
He'd be like 70 when the kid graduates.
Yeah, I think both of them don't want more kids. I mean, they already have 8 kids combined.
Yeah.
Like, that's too much.
But that happens a lot when, like, they get with a new person years later. They want to have a kid
together.
Their own kid together, yeah.
So it's like more.
But also, you gotta involve Asian to it too.
But like,
you can't have a kid that age.
Yeah,
I mean, you can, but
you should
I
get
thought you
both.
said Asian into it.
That's what I thought you said too. You gotta involve Asian into it.
Yeah,
no,
it sounded like
age
that.
into it.
Sorry, yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, the 4 daughters, like my stepsisters, also like didn't really have like. I think they did have a dad in their life, but he wasn't super cool.
Yeah.
So they're already like calling my dad, which is like
already
so fucked. Yeah, that's
weird.
what I've heard. That's super weird. I would never call my stepmom mom or even my stepdad dad.
That
It's
would
more
be
of just
weird.
like a friend. Like, my stepdad's pretty cool. Like, we've gone to dude, I went to the strip club for my stepdad's birthday with my stepdad and my mom.
What? I didn't know your mom was there. You've told me this
And
story.
yeah, I went to the strip club with my mom and stepdad and Noah and Tyler, and it was actually really
the
fucking
Wyoming
fun.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, Wyoming strip clubs are so much better.
I think
than
we've talked about it on a podcast, but I don't know. I think that one might have been one of the fucked up ones.
Who knows, man? Fuck it. We'll reiterate. We just get drunk every time, so we never remember what we talk about.
Yeah.
And every time we're like, I think we might have said this before, but I don't know.
I think we might have said this before, but today I was in the bathroom. No.
Utah strip clubs are the fucking worst. Have you ever been to one?
Yeah, once.
What was it? What type of was it? Was it 18 and older or 21 and older?
I don't remember.
Have you been to one?
I was 18 and older.
When?
It was a while.
Dude, Bo's
years
making
ago.
my foot fall asleep.
I've been to 2 of them or 3.
You've been to 3 strip clubs?
This was years
in Utah.
We went to one, but we didn't
So I've
stay.
been to 2 technically, but twice in the same one. I don't know if it makes sense. So I went to 2 of them, but not in the same day.
You went to the same strip club twice
So I went to like a strip club twice, one day, 2 different ones.
Okay.
And the next time, only the one bar, well, the one strip club.
that you went to already before.
Yeah. So
you've been to a
2.
strip club 3 times, but you've been to 2 different strip clubs.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, I get it.
Yeah.
And they're both 18 and older.
One was 18 and one was 21.
Because, like, I don't know what I'd rather. I'd probably have the 21 and older in Utah, but it's like defeats the purpose. Because you know the rules in Utah.
Vaguely, because I remember I went and you weren't allowed to
It's-
drink,
it's
and we
so
were like,
shitty,
fuck this shit.
So
I don't want to be in
if
a
you
sober
see
strip club.
if you want to see nipple or more or whatever, if you want like a more raunchier strip club experience in Utah, it's 18 and older with no alcohol.
Yeah, I was in a
It's
strip
like, do you
club
think
for
I
like
wanna be
5
sober?
minutes. Yeah, because I
Do you
was
wanna-
like, I can't drink here. Like, this is too uncomfortable to be
Right?
sober
I feel like
in.
like
I was there for like 5 minutes. And
when you go to a strip club with the boys or even by yourself, if you're a fucking creeper, you drink. Like you.
Yeah, exactly.
I would assume so.
It's too gross of a place to be sober in.
For real. And then I've been to only one in Utah, and it was such a weird experience. It was in Magna. It was like
There's a strip club in Magna?
Dude, it was like the
What's it
trash.
called?
It was something Bear. I feel like
I think a chick I used to know worked there.
Well, the reason I went was because I was hanging out with Gabby at the time.
Yeah.
And it was her friend's birthday. Her friend worked there at the strip club. So hey, we're gonna go celebrate my friend's birthday at this club that she works at, and she, to put it lightly, she's had a kid. So you can
the stripper I know had a kid.
you can put it to. I mean, it could be the same person, but
Blonde?
no.
No.
So what we
Oh,
went
well,
there,
she hasn't been a stripper for a long time, so never mind.
so we went there.
How long ago was this?
This was like earlier this year, like earlier in the winter.
Okay.
You've seen Gabby.
And I was kind of seeing Gabby, but anyway, we went there just to say what up and watch her. And her mom was there, and her like stepdad was there, and like it was all super supportive. It wasn't weird at all. Like, I actually had a really good time there. But like the thing is, it was a 21 older one. So like every stripper had fucking pasties on, which is super weird. Like on top of them already being all like gross and chubby, looking like they had kids. Like none of them were fucking good looking at all.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna sound really mean, but like they were all so busted, and on top of that had pasties on, and were so bad at dancing. Like usually pretty shitty music playing.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Wyoming one, and it's fucking like a Motley Crue music video, like fucking like intense.
Yeah.
Like just there were, I want to say there were like three to four different poles, and in this one in Utah there was only one pole, and it was like dipped down in the ground kind of. So they weren't on like a table like this. Like you're at a strip club and the table's above, and they're kind of like you're looking up at them. On this one, you're kind of like looking down at them, or they're like eye level with you, which is like really even weirder in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But that strip club in Wyoming was fucking sick, and I actually heard a lot of girls come from Utah to go to that one because they can make way more money if they
go to Wyoming.
Because it's
the
way
rules are less strict. Yeah.
Way better. Like I remember we took for my stepdad's birthday, we wanted to take like a picture together in the strip club in front of this bear statue. Yeah. And in the background, you can see a fucking girl like giving like a special lap dance to a dude.
Actually.
And like you can see this dude's hands all over this girl and her titties out, and I'm in the back, like I'm in the front with my stepdad, like giving a thumbs up, like yeah.
Is
like,
this on your Instagram?
I didn't post
Facebook.
it. I put it on. It was on Facebook.
That's
yeah.
why I
put it
seen
on
it.
Facebook.
No, I think her mom did. His
Wait,
mom
I
did.
want to see this.
You can try to find
Right?
it.
I swear I've seen it on
It was
Instagram.
either my mom or stepdad posted it. And
I've
like,
seen it. I watched it. Looked at the comments like, hey, cousin strip club. Looked at
And
the
then you look
comments,
in the
and
background.
somebody says it too.
Yeah,
like, hell,
you look in the
that's
background
awesome.
and you can just see some chick getting fondled, giving like a special lap dance.
That's crazy.
And dude, Noah got a hella raunchy fucking like striptease lap dance, whatever. Like when she was like on the table, like on the pole, he only gave her $7, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but $7 in ones, and she was totally like shoving her ass in his face and her titties in his face.
I don't.
And he was just sitting there.
That just
like,
doesn't seem.
So we were
appealing
on
to
a
me.
table off to the side, and he was the only one feeling really ballsy to go up. Like I remember I threw a $5 bill. I was like, and like kind of like was far away from the table. I was like, here's $5. Show me your titties. But then like he went up with only $7 in ones and was just being super like casual, smooth, and like kind of stingy with his money. Like just sitting real cool like. She was getting all up in his face with her fucking ass and titties, and I was like kind of jealous. I was like, hell yeah, dude, get that. And he ended up getting her fucking number.
Well, that's why she gave him a raunchy one for $7.
Because she gave him his number.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was
wanted
before or after. Yeah, she wanted him. Yeah, clearly she like actually wanted him. So, and then I remember the next day it was like,
Oh, I found it.
oh, let's see it.
Zoom in on it. Let's see it.
There was a couple different pictures. There's one with a
That
chick.
looks like that though.
There's
Let's see it. Let's see it.
We should post that to the we might get.
Oh,
that
titties out
might
for
get
sure.
flagged if we post that
How's
on
that still on
Instagram.
Facebook?
Nobody cares.
Because nobody noticed.
Oh my god, that's
Somebody
sick.
has to flag it.
My stepdad was going in for the fist bump, and I just left him hanging and was like flipping off the camera, just smiling.
Yeah.
Had no idea that some chick was like,
In the background.
oh my god, she's fully getting hardcore groped, and she's like has her hands like both hands on the walls, just like bracing herself.
That's crazy. That's insane.
And I
dude.
never thought I would have had a good time at a strip club. I almost didn't want to go, but my
This
step.
one?
Well, maybe it would
Yeah,
be
and
like
there's that
worth
one.
it to go.
Dude, right
out
when
of
we walked
Utah.
in, so we took that first
and
picture.
she's still in it.
Yeah. So we took the first picture, and then the stripper that was just hanging out on the ground was like, "Oh, you need a stripper in your picture. Let me come over." And she just bends over and like grabs her ass for the picture for like free of
So
charge.
young.
And that was only like earlier this year, because I like shaved my face.
Yeah.
Your shirt says raunch.
Yeah. Raunch. Shout out to Raunch Records.
Sponsor us.
Oh.
Dude, seriously,
Sponsor
Raunch.
us.
Have you've been to Raunch, right?
Once, yeah.
Dude, and I was telling Alan about it earlier. Raunch Records is probably one of my favorite stores in Utah.
That's cool.
It's so sick because it's not just records, and it's like I'd say the store is mostly skateboards and records.
Heavy metal shit, yeah.
But no, like punk shit, heavy metal shit, rock and roll, like anything. And they have like super sick shirts, and then also like a bunch of random knickknacks everywhere. If you really pay attention, they have like Motorhead butt plugs. And
What?
like,
I didn't
yeah,
even notice
I swear,
that.
yeah, dude. If you have to really be in there for like.
Because
a
we
good
went
amount
there
of time.
once.
Dude, it's so
No,
fucking
man.
cool.
Was it me, you, and Tino?
I've only been to Randy's shop.
Yeah,
You guys might have went to Randy's Records.
No, we went to Raunch.
Not I.
Raunch. There's
And
a
Sugar
Sugar
House.
House. Yeah. Dude, Raunch is so sick.
We've been to Raunch.
Alan said he's never been to a
I've
ranch.
never heard of it.
Then who the fuck was I with?
Yourself. You're drunk.
No, I wasn't by
Like,
myself.
they have the sickest shit. If anyone's in Salt Lake, go to fucking Raunch Records.
We
They
went
have
to
like the
Raunch.
coolest knickknacks. They always have sick buttons and like patches to put on your vests and clothes. Like they have random like spiky necklaces, like cool belts to like. It's pretty much like a perfect place if you want to get like punk attire and like heavy metal attire with like records and skateboards. And they also have like the coolest skateboards too. It's not like a hacky skateboard shop. They could be like a legit skateboard shop.
Yeah. Just wait. We've been to Ranch.
Whom?
Me and you.
You've been to Randy's.
No, we
Yeah,
went
we've
to
been to Ranch.
Ranch.
I went to Randy's once.
Listen to her. We've been to Randy's.
Yeah,
One
listen
of
to
you
me.
two
Hey,
have
what
been
is
to
Ranch?
Ranch.
What
I
is
have
Ranch
not.
look like?
Randy's
What is
only.
Ranch?
It's that tiny ass building. There's some records. We didn't stay there long
I have
because it
been
wasn't a
to
lot.
one record store. It is Randy's.
Okay.
I've only been to one record
Then
store.
Randy's You've been
no,
with
no.
me.
I've only been to
Because
Randy's.
she has a great memory. I have a
Because-
terrible memory.
because
So
Ra-
she might
and
not
she
have been
just
there.
said we've been to Randy's then.
Because
Well, then
Randy's-
she has, but you've been to Ranch with me. I don't hang out with many people. You've been to Ranch with me.
I don't know.
Like when you like, there's two entrances to Raunch.
Yeah,
too.
we
There's
went through the
front
back
entrance
door and
and
we
then the back
were
door.
like,
That's
we
where
weren't
you don't-
sure that was the entrance.
Dude, that was probably
Fuck,
me.
I think I've been there.
No, because I never been there. We came across it randomly.
Oh, really?
Okay,
So if
I've
it
been
was
there.
you definitely
I've
would've
been there.
I've been-
Yes.
Because Randy's only in the front, right?
Who was with,
Yeah.
who were you
Randy's
with?
the one next to the cookie shop.
Yeah.
We
No.
saw
No,
a
no,
poster.
no, no, no.
Yes, it is. Chip is right there.
No, but
Yes.
I'm saying we've been to Ranch.
I know, but listen, I've been to the Randy's one.
Did you open this one for me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, thanks.
But
Listen, I've been to the Randy's one because we only gone to the front
Who
next to
the
the cookie
fuck
shop.
did I go to Ranch with?
It was me. It was
he
me
just
and you.
admitted it.
I admitted it.
Hey, thank you,
So we went
bitch.
to the back, and you also have a front entrance, right?
Yes.
We went to-
No,
and we, no, shut up. We said we should make Georgia come one day, and we never have.
Oh, okay.
But you're
Why?
right.
Who was it? Was it just me and you?
Just me and you. We went to go get some. We got pizza that day.
So it was me, you, and
fuck
Tina.
you guys.
No, just me and you.
No,
I
me, you, and
remember
Tina.
that.
No, just me and you.
To that shitty place.
Just
That
me and
we
you.
didn't like that was by the slice
Hey,
in
who-
Sandy.
So you
I
guys
don't
didn't
know.
stay long though, dude.
No.
You really need to stay longer. Like
There's a
really,
book in there. I think I wrote blockheads on it.
A book?
Yeah.
Like what-
you
like-
can sign and stuff.
Oh really?
No,
Yeah.
but there was a there was a poster at Randy's of Randy, and I was like, Caden, do you think this guy is still alive? He's like, no, and he said it really fucking loud because we were like the only people in there. And then there's this old guy in the back, and I swear to God it was Randy.
It probably was him, dude.
We were in the back room with the
Crazy.
jazz and the blues, where they have that little window that you
I
can
kept
see out into the rest of the
ripping
shop.
ass.
And I was like, she's like, do you think that Randy's here? And I was like, no, he's probably fucking dead.
And I was like, do you think that's Randy's? Like, it's black and white. He's fucking dead.
Yeah, and then Randy was there,
The cool-
organizing records.
The cool. So I bought a G.G. Allen record from Randy's once.
My name's Alan.
Dude, I bought this Thundercat album, but I'm so pissed it's like a fucking remixed version.
But anyway,
Thundercat's drunk.
Dude,
Oh, I'm so pissed.
Raunch, dude. The guy's name's Brad. He's probably one of the coolest motherfuckers ever. He's so chill.
I remember we went. It was some young kid.
Okay,
working
so
there.
no, yeah. So that he probably just like had his day off or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Brad.
He probably has a.
Cool.
obviously
He's
has
probably
boys.
like in his like. I would assume he's in his 50s. Like probably like
Yeah.
like I would say, okay, maybe not 50s. That's a little old. I would say he's probably in his later 40s.
I just found out the
What
chick I
does
work with
late
at Wise
40s look
Guys.
like?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
No
know.
one
well,
talks
40s
about
is weird because I found out the chick I work with at Wise
How you
Guys
spell
is
Ranch?
40, and I thought she was 30, and she's 40, and it's so weird.
R-A-U-N-C-H. Yeah, no, that place is fucking sick. And one time I was like, yo, like, do you think if I ever brought any of my Blockheads DVDs here, like, you could sell them? He's like, oh, yeah, of course, I could do whatever I want, man.
That's so fucking sick.
Like, I was like, because I told him, I was like, I don't know, they're kind of like, they're kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know if you'd want to, like, be able to, like, hand them out to people or sell them. He's like, dude, yeah, of course. Like, and then after I said that, he went into the back room and, like, brought me another DVD that somebody else is giving him to, like, give out to people. So, like, I guess that happens all the time. He has, like...
He's willing to give out
Oh,
local
yeah, like,
shit,
local
yeah.
people will come in and, like... I mean, I would be fine if he didn't sell them. Just, like, getting
Yeah.
my name out there would be super sick.
That'd be dope. And even, like, support local businesses.
I think
and
he's
shit,
down
and
to do that with, like, any merch. Oh, yeah, one time he had I haven't watched it yet, but it was a VHS tape that somebody made a skate video and
In
transferred
Utah?
it on, in
That's
Utah,
dope.
and put it on VHS. So I was like, I have to buy this because I'm a VHS collector. And I was like, fuck it, dude. Like, a VHS tape that's, like, current, like, nowadays made. It wasn't an old school tape.
It was
It was
recent.
like a new VHS tape
That's
that somebody
sick as
made,
fuck.
like, a skate video of. So I really want to watch it. I'm just lazy because I'm more of a collector. Like, I love watching tapes, and, like, I'll put them in when I want, but I don't think about it often. Because, like, we all have... Dude, I feel so shitty. I'm, like, subscribed to fucking Netflix, Hulu, and I'm using my friends, like,
Amazon
HBO.
Prime.
What?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
I use
No,
my
I'm using
sister's Amazon
I'm using
Prime.
my friend's HBO account, and like I have all these things to try to watch movies on, and then I'm just watching the same old shit all the time, or going to YouTube and just watching Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
Because like I've been obsessed with him for the past couple
me too.
weeks.
Started listening to
He's
his
so funny.
podcast, and it's all right. I like the guy that he does the podcast with. Also does YouTube videos, and I like his YouTube videos.
I've been I know what you're talking about. His Eddie.
Eddie. Yeah.
Eddie, I feel like he's good. He's funny, but like I don't buy his character as much when they do like Gus Johnson videos.
I like his YouTube videos. He does these videos where he breaks down fucked up shit that's happening in social media.
Okay.
So it'd be like
it's
an
not
Instagram account
it's not like
of a
sketch
dude.
videos.
No. He sits down and does commentary on shit that's happening in YouTube. What's that one guy that does like... Fuck.
Gus will do that too. Have you watched his table reads? Or his table, not table, like he'll
break down. That's in Eddie's entire channel.
and like I think maybe Gus got that from Eddie.
Yeah.
And
They do them together sometimes.
dude, it's so funny because it's like it's the real Gus, but he also does a little bit of like extra like acting or just like drama. Dude, it's so fucking funny.
One thing I hate about their podcast is how liberal they are with the word meme.
They say everything's a meme.
Even like a joke they made, they'll have a running gag in their podcast and be like, "That's a good meme," and it's like that's not a meme. That's a running joke.
I think meme is kind of like
It's adopted that.
It's become a
we
broad...
looked it up. I was talking to my friend Tyler yesterday about it, and we looked up the definition. The definition of meme has changed.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
It's not just like a picture on social media that has like
they have like the definition that it used to be before, but now they have like the other one. Let me look it up. So the current newest definition of meme is an element of culture or system of behavior that may be considered to be passed from one individual to another by non-genetic means, especially imitation.
That's now or then?
That's now. The old definition, which is underneath, is a humorous image / video / piece of text, etc., that is copied, often with slight variations, and spread rapidly by internet users.
Yeah, that's like the original. Like that's like what you think.
But
of
now
as
it's
a meme.
turned into that.
But I think a meme can be like what you say. Like
That first definition can literally mean anything.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. A meme is like you're memeing on somebody, or like this is like you're memeing. Or it's
I don't
like a
agree
meme.
with that meaning. I
like,
get words change over
like
time.
I think like a meme almost is like an inside joke sometimes, or like it's a weird thing. Like okay, so one thing that my friend Landon and I did, we started last Sunday. So a week from today, we were going to Liberty Park.
Yeah.
And on our way there, I was like, "You should put on Redbone." He's like, "All right, after this song." And we're getting closer to Liberty Park. I'm like, "If you don't put on Redbone right now, I'm gonna fucking kill myself."
Now, what would you call that?
No.
Okay.
It goes deeper.
Well, I jumped ahead because you told me about this.
We put on Redbone before we were going slacklining, and that was chill. And then after that, we get in the car later, and we were listening to Redbone. We probably listened to it like 5 times that night. And he was like, "We can't change the song. We're just listening to Redbone only all day today." So we were listening to Redbone all day, and then it continued until the next day, and the next day. And then we're just sending each other videos of us waking up, listening to Redbone. And they got to the point where, like, he was sending me videos of him listening to Redbone, like, in the shower, like, rocking back and forth. Like, it became, like, an inside joke between me and him of us, like, uncontrollably listening to Redbone. But it was only between me and him. We weren't posting it publicly. It was, like, a Redbone meme to where, like, Redbone took over our life. And that's the only thing we were allowed to listen to. Like, we're at work listening
I used to
it.
have one with my friend Josh Gata.
Which isn't funny to anybody else.
But you guys. Me and Josh Gata had a running gag that, like, we used to go to Walmart all the time when we'd hang out. We'd just go, whatever we needed to go there, or we'll just fuck around there, like, late at night, like midnight, and we'd just fuck around. But we had a running gag one about, like, pecan sandies, this kind of cookie.
Yeah.
Where, like, we
That
would
reminds
just
me of
grab...
American Dad.
We used to, like, grab pecan sandies from the cookie aisle, like, try to sneak it... What am I...
Pecan
Pecan
Oh,
Sandies.
the joke was we would say pecan sandies.
I hate that.
I think it might be from SpongeBob or
No,
something.
it was from American Dad.
That's what it's
from.
from.
It was Roger.
Exactly, but we used to
Pecan
sneak it, so we
sandies.
would try to, like, grab these cookies, hide them somewhere in, like, the clothes, and then we'd be like, oh, this t-shirt's nice, these t-shirts, oh, I love this one, what is it? Oh, pecan sandies. And we would, like, do that throughout any store.
Yeah.
And so that was, like, a running go. But would you call that a meme now?
I don't think so.
No.
But that's what they use it as on this podcast.
But, like, I guess it could be, like you're memeing on pecan sandies. I don't even know what...
Memeing.
But, like, what... I feel like
I'm out here memeing.
If you're memeing on somebody, it's like you're bagging on somebody. Because, like, memes are usually bagging or like joking on somebody or something.
Yeah.
Right? So like if you're doing it about somebody else. So that's why I think like the song we were like memeing on Redbone because it was like we had to only listen to that song. What am I looking at right here?
VHS.
Wait, what? Is that like fucking boxes on boxes of VHS
What is
tapes?
Redbone? What song is this? I've never heard it.
Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
You never heard the song? Oh my god.
Oh, I have.
We
can't play it.
We're gonna get fucking.
I've heard it.
We're getting
Make sure I'm keeping
pulled,
the right
Jamie.
song.
Oh shit! Fuck! God, Lord, stop!
Well, I think it's illegal
Mom,
for us to even play it on the audio.
Why is that?
Copyright.
Say, hey, we don't own this song.
No, we definitely would get.
No, we would
Pulled
we
for, like,
well not that anyone's gonna listen to this shit, so we probably could get away with it because nobody's gonna hear these these episodes.
How
I
do you
feel
know?
like
Maybe they will get.
maybe we'll blow up.
Probably
You say,
not.
hey, we don't own any rights to this song. We're not getting paid for this song.
But you
Redbone.
can't do that on like a podcast.
Yeah, I know the song.
Yeah, like that was literally the first 2 seconds. I've definitely played this song around you.
I've heard it a lot, but wasn't.
Blah 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 blah
I
blah.
think Redbone's probably the sickest song in existence.
Dude, it's dope. I've
Like,
always loved Childish
Like
Gambino.
it's one of I thought I was gonna get sick of it, so I was listening to it.
So
I'd
good.
literally put it on.
I've listened to it more now that since we talked about it.
because
But I loved that whole
since
album.
it was a joke, I would literally put it on at least once or
Stop
5
giving
times a
both
day.
spicy chips.
I'm not. They're not even that spicy.
Like even if it was
You're white, you get
by
them.
myself, like with Landon not there, I was putting it on because it was kind of funny to me. I was like, the song's sick. And then one morning I woke up and didn't put it on. And I didn't put it on almost all day. And for some reason I was in a better mood. And I was like, bro, like we were listening to Redbone so much that it was pissing me off. And now that I haven't listened to it today, like I'm not even fucking mad. Like I'm like in a good mood. I think it was like Thursday. We'd been listening to it every day since Sunday. But like it's still so replayable, and I couldn't think of another song to play that would be on that caliber. Like you're listening to Redbone like as a joke. Like what other song could you pick that would be like, oh, this is because we're like, dude, what if you got paid like $10,000 to listen to Redbone for a whole year only? Like you didn't have to listen to Redbone, but anytime you wanted to put on a song, it had to be that song for like a whole year. Like, do you think you could like tolerate that, or do you think you'd go insane?
I would go insane.
Like
There's no song. I'm trying to think of a song that I like
joke.
so much, but yeah, I couldn't.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't even like that song so much. I just like will casually listen to it like every few months. And then that one day, I was like, you should put it on. And then it was a stupid meme. We're done with that fucking.
We're done with that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's we'll take a break.
Yes, I
we'll
need to
take
pee.
a break. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll be back. Un momento. Here is a message from our sponsors.
Our fake sponsor.
So from the top.
Oh my God, you weren't supposed to say from the top.
Have another one of those.
Another one of what?
The trolley things.
Oh, the gummies.
Sour.
Yeah, she was saying we were driving home from the dog park today and
Carl
saw
Jr.
this dude from Carl's Jr. It doesn't matter where we're coming from. We're coming from NASA, and no, it doesn't fucking matter. We were coming home and we saw this dude on like a bullet bike motorcycle that's meant for one person, but he has like girlfriend on the back, but she was like barely on. You know how they like have the point at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Her like she was sitting on that, and like both sides of her ass were hanging off the sides. That's how little she was on it. It was just, I was just scared for her safety, dude. There was like no time for boners.
It was hot.
It was all safety.
No time for boners. That's a good name.
That's not a bad band name. No time for boners.
That's like a good album name.
Yeah.
No Time
Little
for
Dick
Boners.
Energy, No Time for Boners.
I love it.
Yeah, I love their No Time for Boners album's good.
Hopefully-
All right.
Hopefully she made it home safe.
I hope so. They saw me taking a video of it.
Yeah, and then I was like, dude, put your eyes on the road.
Yeah. It was crazy. All right, let's do shots.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
mate. Mate, cheers. For the
Mate.
girls.
To not needing a dad.
Fuck that.
Hey.
My dad never taught me how to take shots, right?
My dad never taught me anything.
Same, actually.
Except how to lead. Beat you to it, bitch.
Yeah. Or how to not be a dad.
I am really grateful how like good of a cook my dad was to teach my mom how to be a good cook, which is fucked up.
So you're only a good cook because of your dad, but because he taught your mom, who taught you.
Yeah. Well, my dad and my grandma, Ida. Is that my grandma's name?
Yes.
Wow, dude.
I don't know.
I met her once.
You know how old your
I've
mom
never
is?
met her.
How old my mom
You know
is?
your mom's birthday? To the year.
Not the year.
Yeah,
January
it is January
5th,
5th. Don't
1962.
say it! Now I look like a shitty son.
Yes, he is.
When's my birthday?
1962?
May 6th, 1999.
It's my birthday, bitch.
When's Nevada's?
February 29th, 1995 or
Nope.
6? Which one is it?
Technically,
Which one is it?
30th.
6.
Yes.
Is it 6?
Yeah,
I
he's
know
the same
Alan.
age as
It's
you.
Yeah.
the 30th.
It's not the 30th.
Yes, it
it's
is. Ask him. It's right here.
29.
It's the 29th, isn't it?
Well, it depends on what you're thinking. It's either.
What's your official?
It's either.
The day you were born.
You know the official day I was born, right?
Yeah, 30th, right? Or is it 29th?
It's the 29th.
Okay, sorry. One of
Yeah,
those
that's
two.
what I thought.
Whenever the month ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the 29th.
I'm not sure what day it
A
ends.
month after you!
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
a...
He's
Yeah.
Technically, a month
You're-
end
You're,
day.
you're January 28th.
Because you're also 1996 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I remember, because I celebrate mine the 28th,
Mm.
Yes. Okay.
the day before, because 29th only comes every 4 years.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Was it for the 29th
Yeah.
or 30th?
Well, because it would have worked for the... Is there ever a 30th?
No.
No.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it was the 33rd.
You're good.
Yeah.
I get your logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it. Because not every month has the 31st.
Yeah, okay.
So like,
I don't get the February thing. I've always wondered the logic behind that. I know there's a real
It's because
reason.
it doesn't fit. We could make it so every day has the same amount of days, but we
Every
just have
month.
to change... Fuck, you're right.
Every
man.
day has the same amount of days.
Every
Always
day
define
has the same amount of days. Every day does have the same amount of days. One.
24 hours.
It has one day in it.
You know,
every
I
day.
didn't, you know what I didn't realize, or which I'm sure most people do, because you know how every month skips how many days there are? So it's like 30, 31, 30, 31,
Yeah.
and then obviously there's February, which is 28. Every 4 years is 29. I didn't know that from July to August, both of those months have 31 days. July and August will have 31.
I didn't
But
realize that either, but all of our
there's-
calendars fucked up.
I know this
But
one.
there's the knuckle thing, which I forgot about,
Oh.
that you count. It's like
January.
30, 31,
What is
or
July?
vice versa.
Because
you know?
July and August both have 31.
Yeah, and I forgot about that, or I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
you're
for-
both.
Well, so what's the
fingers
knuckle
have
thing?
it.
So like, every month that with the
So
knuckle
you
that's
start
up,
with January, February, March, April.
May, June, July,
I
and
get
then like,
that. Okay.
and so it skips, but then both your knuckles are together, so they're
Okay.
both bumps.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
vaguely
the
remember-
the knuckles that are higher up are the
Yeah.
higher numbers.
Okay,
right?
I vaguely remember a teacher
So
telling
January
me this.
has 31 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I vaguely remember a teacher telling us this, but I think I blocked it out because he fisted me.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, let's just look at the knuckle and then, whooya!
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I mean,
Ugh.
I don't know why I didn't like. And I was telling that to my brother. I was like, so like, did you guys know that July and August both have 31 days? This was only like a month ago. I was like, did you guys know? I was also like so startled that I didn't know this. And Kate was like, yeah. You know, you didn't know the knuckle trick?
Oh, he told you
Yeah, he's like,
okay, good.
I remember learning that in
Yeah.
high school, or middle school, probably even elementary, and I didn't
know
realize
people talked about it, but
that. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking dumb, dude.
I don't know, man. Alright.
Did any of you guys ever smoke out of cans?
Yeah.
Yes.
Smoke weed?
Yeah.
How fucking terrible was
Yeah,
that?
the very first
It was
time
so
I ever,
harsh.
the
It-
very first time I ever smoked weed was out of a can.
Same.
Me too,
I'm
actually.
pretty
I
sure
smoked-
for me too.
I remember I smoked
I
with
have
my
medical
brother.
grade marijuana.
I did not.
I have medical grade marijuana. We're gonna smoke it out of this aluminum can right here.
Make it not medical.
You just make it
That's
the
like
worst.
getting champagne and drinking it
out of like a
Red Solo cup.
Yeah. Exactly.
Um,
What's that?
But like I heard like smoking it out of aluminum can gives you like Alzheimer's or something.
Does
Which
it?
Alzheimer's
Well,
runs
probably-
in my family. So
That's
hell
crazy.
yeah.
I very first time I smoked weed was out of a can. I remember my brother. I was 13 at the time, and my older brother Connor. We went to this Woodstock park that everyone around the neighborhood called 420 Park.
Oh yeah.
Every kid.
Right around the corner.
No,
By Smith's, or is it different 420 Park?
it's a different.
In
Because
Murray.
what I was
Any
about
park
to say.
that is hidden and you can smoke weed in is technically a 420 park.
Everybody, everybody I've ever met's done that exact thing. Like I went to 420 Park and they're like, "Oh, that's here," and I was like, "No,
No, it's a different.
every person has their own 420 Park."
Literally, yeah.
But
It's like
ours
it's a
was
gen-
called Woodstock,
Which
is
makes
why
more
people,
sense.
which is why like it was
They
like
call it
I
420
assumed it was
Park.
called 420 Park. We went there, and they told me because they were really big into like the different
this is probably
strands
why
of
you grew
weed
up.
and shit. And they gave us AK-47 which is a strand of weed.
Sounds.
And so they told me you would
really
hear
racist.
bullets. You hear bullets when you smoke it, is what they told me.
That's dumb.
So I remember getting so high out of my mind the very first time.
Bullets. I swear to God. You
Dude,
say bullets.
I think it was just because they put it in my head.
God. You got so high you heard bullets?
Yeah, I heard
That's
bullets.
amazing.
Just kidding, it was a school shooting, but...
You're just high during a school shooting.
No. I actually used to...
Outrun my bullets.
I had a friend give me fake weed a whole bunch before I actually smoked weed. I thought I was a pothead, but he was giving me fake weed.
Well, that's a shitty friend.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first started smoking weed?
13.
How old were you when you started smoking weed? Or when you first tried it? Because when you say first started, it seems like a career and you kept going.
Well,
when you first tried
technically, I would say like 15 or 16. I tried spice first.
Oh,
Which
shit.
is
When I
so
was 15,
terrible, dude. Oh, I
and
hate
was
spice.
16 and I tried weed because I always thought it was the same thing. So I guess either or, whatever you think.
That's a
I
good.
was 18.
Those are good ages, 16, 18. I was 13 as well when
Yeah.
I started smoking weed.
But did you continue, or did you just try it for the first time?
No, dude. The crazy thing was, I was 13 and I was smoking it a bunch, but it was always like out of cans or out of pipes, and we'd go hide behind the churches and like smoke weed. And it was with friends that was like 3 years older than me, so they're used to it. And I was on Adderall or like Ritalin prescription, so I don't know if that like fucked with me being able to get high. But I remember smoking a bunch of weed and not being able to get. I didn't know what being high felt like. So
weird. I don't know, man.
I would smoke a bunch with these friends, and then I remember it was the summer between 7th and 8th grade. So I was 13. I was transitioning into 8th grade when I was really
mine
smoking
was,
weed. And
I was transitioning to
You're
9th.
Okay, so I was going into 8th grade.
I was 8th grade to 9th grade.
Then you were 13?
You
You
see,
were
that's why this
14.
doesn't add up.
You were 14.
You must have been 14 then.
No, because I was 13 when I got arrested.
Maybe you're on like the
Maybe
very
you're retarded.
edge. Maybe you're on the spectrum. It's alright.
You're
I'm
on
definitely
it
on
really
it.
hard.
Anyway, but then
See, no, I
remember-
think you were 12.
No, I was 13. I
He's
turned.
older than you, technically. What do you mean?
No, they're the same age.
But only by a couple of
A couple
months,
months,
like
so
the
what?
same year. So in the same grade, we're the same year.
Yeah, you'd have been.
There's a couple of
12,
months.
It's 12 to 13, 7th grade, and then 13 to 14, 8th grade, and then 14 to 15, 9th
Maybe
grade.
I always say 13 because when I was 13, I was smoking that fake
Well,
weed.
it could have been like in the beginning of the year, at the very end of the school
was the
year,
end
you
of-
were going to turn 14.
It was end of 8th grade.
Alright.
So I would have been.
Oh,
I
mine
would
was
have been
ninth
14.
grade.
I'd have been
Going
14.
to
Mine
10th
was on
grade.
my
Anyway,
18th
it's not like a
birthday.
It doesn't
fucking
matter.
brag, like,
Either
yeah, we're-
13 or 14, it
We're
doesn't
the same
matter.
mindset. Doesn't even
I just
matter.
have always said 13, but maybe I was 14. It doesn't fucking matter.
Which I
It's
feel
still
like 13
young.
and 14 is too young to like really get into weed. And I was smoking because all my friends they were like, Kyler, I bet you'd be really chill to smoke weed with. That's what they'd always say. You'd be really cool to smoke weed with because I was on
That's
like
how they got me too.
Ritalin, Adderall, like that. Like so, I was usually really calm. I was also like a skater kid, and like I had potential to be pretty like funny and like random because I did have ADHD.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a curable thing.
Mine was just my brother was a couple years older, so he was the age that most kids try weed.
Did you?
So
Okay.
he
Did you
would
get high
give
the
me
first time you smoked weed?
The first time I smoked real weed, yeah.
And you did too?
Yep.
See, I didn't, dude.
Most
Like,
people
all
don't.
it was
A lot of people don't.
It wasn't even the first, second, or third. It was like, I swear, I smoked so many times. And it was usually like 1 or 2 hits. Like, fat rips.
Did you
First
come
time
the
I
first time
smoked-
you had sex?
No.
That's the thing,
no,
too,
I
yeah.
didn't. No, I didn't. I did it because I was so scared because I was 17 and I wasn't wearing a condom. And I remember, like, right when it went in, I was like,
What about
whoa!
you? Did
Like,
you?
we're about to fucking
Okay.
have liftoff.
Well, see,
I pulled out.
but you came the first time you had
See,
sex.
the first time I had sex was like I chose not to come because I was scared. It wasn't like
Okay.
I couldn't come. It was like
I've heard that's the thing with
I was like,
people.
stop. Like we don't have protection. I don't know how this works. Like,
And so you just stopped
like
sex
we
there.
just stopped because I was like nervous.
Okay.
I was 17. She was 16.
Yeah.
And so we are just like young. It was the summer between. So I was going into senior year, which I feel like 17 is a pretty average age to lose your
Yeah.
virginity. We both. It was weird. Like, it's such a weird connection when you both lose your virginity.
Well, yours
to
was
each
with
other.
your girlfriend.
Yeah. But back to the weed thing. I didn't
Okay.
get high the first several times, and then we went to this trailer park, the one down the street.
Okay, yeah.
Vista, whatever it is called.
Yeah.
And we're in this trailer house, and I remember I was with my buddy, who was 3 years older than me, and we were taking bong rips. I took one fat fucking bong rip, and was coughing my fucking soul out of my body, like coughing so bad. And then right after that, they passed a pipe around. So I took a pipe rip after that. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I'm thirsty. And I went to go stand up, and all of a sudden, it was like, it just hit me. I like couldn't stand right. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I felt like I was in a dream, and I started panicking and like tripping out. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh, like, and like I felt like I was like, everything feels fake, guys. What is going on? I started tripping, but like not a good trip. Like I was like freaking out. Yeah. And all my friends were laughing at me, and it just wasn't a fun time. No. And I think I ended up calling my mom, but not to call my mom, be like, Mom, I'm high. Pick me up. It was like, hey, what's up, Mom? How's it going? Just to like get that comfort, feel like, oh hey, yeah, that's good. Yeah. All right. Fucking just to like make sure I'm like in this realm still. Like it was so weird. And I remember like taking a walk around the block, and my friend was like, don't you like that feeling when your pants rub against your legs and it just feels really weird? And I was like, dude, no. Like I was like freaking out. Like I don't. And then it was I was so high when you get like the teleportsies, the fucking like when you go from one situation and then you take a blink and then you're in a different situation. Yeah. Like so we like went to go take a walk around the block, and then all of a sudden we're like back around the block and we're back to the house again. It's like, whoa, I don't remember a thing. Like that's how it was the whole time. It was like I'd look at the wall in the trailer, and I'd look at another thing, and then you were like in a different. That's I've never even had that. But it was like you'd be thinking, you'd be like, that's like if it was like, Caden, I want to tell you something, and I'd like look over, bam, and I'd be like, boom, like what was I just saying? Like, in the middle of the sentence, and so it was tripping me out.
The first time I got high, I smoked from a can in this park, and we were walking back to my house, and I just remember feeling like my legs and my arms were so fucking long, like I was a cartoon character just like striding, and my arms were swinging and shit. Remember that. The funny thing is, I smoked weed I think 2 times, and then I got arrested for weed. I like smoked weed twice.
How'd you get arrested for weed?
Was
it that one story?
Well, yeah. Did I say that on the podcast?
Yeah, when you left school and you had weed in your backpack.
Yeah, because you had the challenge to go find the cup.
Yeah, which we looked for and couldn't find. Yeah. But so I got busted, and I remember I got busted, and I didn't smoke that? For a while because I had a court date. And I didn't understand at the time how it was going to work, so I thought I was going to get drug tested at the court date.
Better see if this guy's still
high.
So
it was like a 6-month period that like I was waiting to smoke weed. And I think I had smoked weed a little bit after I got caught because I was like, oh, I have months and months before. But it was like 2 months before, and I had no idea how weed worked, but like 2 months before somebody told me like, that's how long it needs to get out of your system. So I didn't smoke for like 2 months. I remember finished my court date, and then like my friend Joe and my brother and then his friend Mike. And Mike's this weird fucking guy. He's one of my brother's juggalo friends. But he used to have like, he has like a weird thing with ears. He used to go like this, like come closer. He used to go, ears, when he would see you.
I'd probably kick that guy's ass.
He's a super nice guy. I love Mike to death.
He's loved ears.
He's one of my, like, he's a really good person to talk to. You can have a conversation with him. Like, it flows very nice. I've known him on my whole life.
No.
I've known him for a long time.
ICP the whole time.
I love Mike a lot. He's one of my favorite people, but I remember we smoked when I got out, and they got a huge sack of weed. I don't remember now how much it was, but like at the time we were smoking out of this doorknob.
A doorknob.
So we changed out one of the doorknobs, and we broke out. It was one of the click locks, and we took out the click lock, so it was just a hole, and then like where like the click lock would go, and we put this metal, like what do you call it, like. It almost looked like this. What do you like? Mesh, like metal mesh, which was, now that I think back to it, so unhealthy. You think a can's unhealthy? Imagine lighting metal mesh. Yeah. With like behind like weed and then behind metal mesh. It was not safe. But we used to smoke out of a doorknob, and I remember smoking so much fucking weed the day I got out of like the day after my court date. We smoked out of a doorknob. I smoked like 10 bowls out of this fucking doorknob, and you could feel that doorknob so much. So high that I remember we were hotboxing my bathroom at my house. And I remember, like, anytime, like, it was just a tiny-ass bathroom. It was small. It's, like, the same size as the bathrooms I have now. You've seen them. They're pretty small. It's, like, maybe 4 by 5 feet. Like, tiny fucking bathroom. It literally has enough room for the toilet paper rack, sink. That's all it has room for. And then there's the door. and we were hotboxing this, and I just remember feeling like anytime I wasn't looking at a specific wall, that wall was infinite. Like, it felt like, this wall's empty behind me, and I would turn around, and then you'd see the wall shoot back, and then, come back to where it was.
Wait, I have a bigger question.
I was so fucking high.
I've been meaning to ask.
Yeah.
Were you smoking out of a doorknob that was still on a door, or was it like a pipe?
I said we detached the doorknob. We got a new doorknob at the house, so we took out an old.
Okay, all right.
Fake gold covered doorknob. It was like a gold doorknob. We took it off to replace it with a nicer doorknob.
Okay.
And so me and my brother took that doorknob after we replaced it, and we're like, let's smoke weed out of this. For a long time, we smoked weed out of that doorknob, dude. We had it for a long time. We might still have it upstairs.
Alan, I was gonna ask you, when the first time you got high, did you enjoy it? Were you tripping? Was it kind of medium, or like how'd you feel the first time you got high?
I hated it. Like I said, I smoked spice before, right?
Get a little.
How'd you like smoking spice?
I didn't like it because I smoked it.
I hate spice.
I smoked it.
Gross.
I have a spice story.
I smoked and I got so, high out of my mind, I went straight to sleep. I went straight to sleep. I woke up tripping. I run to the bathroom, wash my face. I look in the mirror. My eyes are so fucking red, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I don't fucking like this.
And you were 14?
No, like 15 or 16. I want to say 15, honestly.
Alright, 15. So it was like the beginning of high school, pretty much?
I think the summer of
Did you smoke with Tino first?
Like
no.
Weed,
yes.
So it was like going into high school.
No.
Yeah.
Like you're going into high school.
Yeah, going into high school.
Like, okay, gotcha.
Smoked and I hated it. And like, I don't fucking like this. And then I went to my friend's 16th birthday. And then he's like, oh yeah, because my birthday, I'm like, whatever. So I go over there and they're all giving me drinks and everything. Like, oh, drink. I'm like, I don't really drink too much.
That's crazy. You're 16 years old and they're handing out drinks.
And nobody cared.
Tino's house.
Yeah.
Tino's house was
That's so fucked up.
Like, they love to get young kids drunk.
Yes.
I feel like that's so fucked up, but it's like...
Their house was a party
Yeah,
house.
it was.
I feel like
You go there on a Friday or Saturday night.
Exactly.
Just fucking...
If the kid wants to get drunk, but it's like, if you're like forcing... Like, I remember being at a friend's house.
It wasn't like his
I wasn't
mom...
forced, but...
I remember Tino's mom would be like, how are you getting home? And I'd be like, I'm gonna crash here. And she would be like, shot, bitch. And like,
I wish I was hanging out there when I was younger, but I didn't honestly drink until...
Tino's
all
house was
high school.
crazy.
I never
Some of the
drank.
drunkest I've ever gotten as a teen. I remember his friend Fatso.
Yeah, I was there for that one.
It was my birthday, but it was also somebody else's birthday party, but it was my, like, official birthday. And I remember, I think it was Fatso's birthday.
Yeah, I want to know.
Fatso
I heard the
out-
story, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was his birthday party. So he was
Fatso
just
okay?
celebrating.
Is he dead now?
He's alive.
Did the diabetes get to
Dude,
him?
he was so
No,
skinny.
no.
The thing was,
he skinny?
he had
Yeah.
the
he's-
nickname because he was skinny.
Oh, okay. I was like, did
Yeah.
the diabetes
No,
get to him?
No, he was a Marine.
Oh, shit.
Really
Yeah,
skinny,
yeah.
super handsome fucking guy.
Oh, nice.
But I remember
showed him at
it was
this
his
time.
birthday party, so they were celebrating his birthday because it was around that time. But it was my actual birthday, and he found out it was my actual birthday, and he was like, "Hell yeah, dude, we need a drink."
Was this the time you fucking got
Barfed.
the video?
First of all,
the video of you puking in the trash.
I'm not done
you were
my
like,
story yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
the smoking
God, you always
story.
do this.
Sorry.
The
Shit.
ADHD
Listen to
podcast.
the ADHD.
Exactly.
podcast.
We skip everybody. Okay.
Yeah,
That's why we call
I mean,
it.
I said so much shit.
We
and
skip
it's just-
everybody's podcast.
No one
I know. I cared. I just whispered
yeah.
over to you.
You're so far away.
You have to be closer to the mic. I can only hear the mic
slap
right now.
Caden to get his attention.
Okay, look. So
In the dick, please.
let's finish my story first, then we get to Caden's story.
Oh,
So I get
God.
to his house. Caden's there. A whole bunch of his family members, his friends I don't know. I'm barely drinking. I'm barely smoking weed a couple
You're
times.
16.
Yeah, 16.
Seems really young.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm January, he's March, so I'm like a couple months older than him. I get there. One of his dads like, hey, Alan. She opens a a can of a Bud Light. He's like, chug this. I'm like, okay, I chug it. She's like, hell yeah. And she walks away. I'm like, was that it? He's like, yeah, whatever. So we go outside to his, like, where this little car's parked out. It's me, him, his aunt are just about to smoke weed out of a bubbler, I think it's called.
Okay.
Don't know what that is.
Was I there that night?
You were there, but not yet.
Oh, okay. Because I think that might have been one of the first times we ever hung
I think so,
out.
too.
Yeah.
So I'm smoking weed. I'm like, that's my first time ever smoking weed, but I smoked splash before. I'm like, that's probably the same thing. I'm like, whatever. I take a hit of it. I'm like, I don't feel it yet. Everybody smells the weed. It comes outside. They all pull out their bag, their little container of weed. And they go, oh, I have this to smash, to smash. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but whatever. I don't have any weed.
They call it smash?
Match.
Match? Oh.
Yeah, it's match. I don't know what that means,
Yeah.
but like maybe you share your weed or you share their weed.
Yeah.
We used to call it salad. Because if somebody else showed up with weed, you would mix it and then put it in
No, we didn't
one
mix it,
bowl.
we just
You would
shared
do
it.
half. Yeah, that's
okay.
different then. Remember salads when like somebody else has weed, and so you're like, okay, we'll do half a bowl of yours, half a bowl of yours.
Okay.
And you put the two weed together,
It's
so
like
you call it a
mixing
salad.
strains almost.
Okay, yeah.
It is, yeah. It was weird. I knew a lot of people back in the day that would do salads. But anyway, keep going.
And then I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'm still not high yet, I think. So I take out this pipe, I smoke it, still don't feel anything. We pass it around. Somebody else pulls a joint out, hit it. I'm like, yeah, I still don't feel anything. We smoke enough. I'm like, I don't think I need any more because I can't feel it. So I go back inside. Boom! Fucking hits me like a fucking brick wall. I'm just walking upstairs, like, I'm fucking high as shit. I'm walking upstairs, his sister comes to me, like, hey, Alan, I'm like, what's up? Why are your eyes so red? I'm like, fuck.
And how old is she at the time?
Dude, I don't
Was it
know.
Valencia?
No, it was Vanessa?
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 Okay.
She's the one that got pregnant, right?
Huh?
She got pregnant.
Yeah.
Like after during high school.
Yeah, that one.
She got pregnant in high school?
Yeah.
I guess we were out of high school, she was in high school.
No, we were...
No, we
I
were
feel
not
like
in
we
high
were.
school.
I feel like we were out of high school.
Okay.
We were out of high school. when
I
she
don't
got
fucking
pregnant.
remember,
It
but
doesn't
whatever.
matter.
He's like, why are your eyes so red? I'm like, fuck, what do I say? I'm like, allergies. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, good, I passed that one. I'm just high in my mind. I don't like this. I'm like, how the fuck am I getting home? But I think I'm sleeping over anyways. So I go, well, I don't know where the story's going to. What were you saying? The first time I got
First
high?
time you got high?
Okay, yeah, so.
That was the
We're
first
just
time you
too
got
drunk,
high.
and you feel high right now.
Yeah.
Georgia.
And
you
then
should
I-
tell the first time you got high.
All right. I'll tell you
Go
later.
whatever.
Why? Come on.
Alan was still fucking
Yeah,
telling
I'm not
the
done
story.
yet, whatever.
He literally said,
I'm not done
I
yet.
don't know where this story is going.
But what's the point of it? Like, what were you just saying?
The
The first
first
time
Oh,
I got high?
sorry.
It was the first
Yeah.
time we got
God,
high.
we're fucking drunk.
And
Sorry,
then-
Alan. Keep going.
I go back in their couch, just like sit down. I'm like sitting down, and they're all like talking to me like I'm too fucking high. I'm too fucking high. His dog comes up to me, his fucking husky. I go,
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
hey,
I
Shadow, how you
remember
doing? He's like, I'm petting him.
They-
The next thing I know, he's fucking humping a pillow next to me. Just humping it. I'm just like out of my mind. I'm gone. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He just like laughs and points at me. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I look over. His dog's just humping a fucking pillow like crazy. I'm like, I don't care. Do your business. I'm like, I'm fucking tired. He's like, hey, you wanna go to sleep? I'm like, fuck yeah. I've actually given me like
Go
a
to
pillow, a blanket, or something to go to sleep on. He's like, here, sleep on the floor. He just throws me a pillow. I'm like, that's it? I get a pillow?
Were you crossfaded? Because you said you had a drink.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm crossfade at this time.
So you're fucking really lit.
Yeah, so I'm shrugged a whole bunch of beers, smoked a shit ton of weed, like more than I ever had in my life yet, obviously. My first time smoking weed, actually. I wake up next day, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I haven't had a hungover. I'm like, hell yeah, no hangover because we're fucking still young, obviously. I don't know if we're going to get those or not.
Yeah, no.
But after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of weed. But I still tried it more after that, so like,
How do you feel it? Yeah, when you tried it more, how do you feel like? Did it ever grow on you, or like did you just still like nah like?
so it never really grew on me. Like I would try it, but I think I would always smoke way too much.
Yeah, right. Because like I feel like if you smoke like just enough to get you like when you're a beginner too, like me, like I'm not a huge weed smoker, but if you just smoke enough to get you a little high, you're feeling
Yeah.
good. But when you over smoke, like for me, I don't know if
It
it's
was
for
a
you,
lot, yeah.
You overthink inside your head. You're getting like crazy
I do,
thoughts.
yeah,
and
I
then
get
all
like
of a sudden
anxiety a lot
You
when
get
I smoke a lot of
sucked
weed.
in, and
Yeah.
you
You
don't
want
want
to tell your story?
and you don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was gonna say,
Mhm.
like when I drink, I want to talk. Like that's why we drink during
Yeah.
the podcast. You want to talk about shit. But when I smoke, like if we were all to smoke and
You'd be
try to talk,
quiet.
that's why I kind of want to try that one of these times and be like, all right, Caden, and like, and if you want to come or whoever, but
I was a little
let's
high.
smoke
from-
some weed and try to talk and see how that goes.
I was still a little high when I did the podcast. I like smoking weed.
Today?
Then no.
dude.
This was a couple back.
oh shit.
I just had
get-
smoked earlier, like
Yeah.
like a half an hour before you showed up. Me and Georgia had smoked, but I like smoking and then drinking.
Right. Well, I've had good times
Yeah.
being crossfaded, like really good times, and I've had horrible, fucking
Yeah.
god awful times being crossfaded to where like I literally thought I was dying, and like in my head I was like couldn't
Yeah.
move. I'm like throwing up all over myself, Like, but I feel paralyzed, and my friends are like trying to take care of me, but it feels like an out of body experience to where like I can't do anything. But all of a sudden I just see like people above me, like Kyler, no, like turn this way.
Yeah.
Like, and then I wake up on
crazy.
the ground covered in puke.
What story was I telling earlier?
Well, I just remember you were gonna ask Georgia how her first time getting high was.
I don't know. Yeah, well, you mind if
I
I
don't
tell
remember.
it?
I don't remember your story.
I had a story because I interrupted Alan. What the fuck was I talking about?
You interrupted me.
Yeah. Well, he
Still
was talking
wasn't on
about
my story
his
yet.
first time getting high, or we're drinking.
Georgia's.
When we're young. How old were you guys when you got like legitimately drunk? Like you were trying to get drunk.
My first time ever.
Not like pressured. Really.
My first time
His
ever.
first time ever is pretty crazy.
I was 15. So I was like smoking. I was drinking, then smoking spice, and then smoking weed. 15.
Yeah.
Shit.
I went with my stepdad to his friend's house. They were drinking Crown and Coke, right? They're like, hey, you want some? I'm like, I'm 15. It's not a big deal. I'll have a little sip. So I mixed it. Because they told me to. I was mixing Crown and Coke. Pretty good amount. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm feeling something right, but I don't know what the feeling is.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like this. I'm still drinking more. The next thing you know, it's like, hey, there's no more Coke left. You can't drink anymore. I'm like, can I just drink straight Crown? It's like, yeah, why not? I'm like, all right. So I started pounding those down. I pound those down. I'm like, oh fuck, I think I'm, I guess, drunk. And then we go outside to go. They go outside to go smoke a cigarette. I go with them. The next thing you know, I'm just like fucking shit faced. I grab my stepdad's cigarette out of his hand. I smoke it. He's like, Al, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm smoking it.
Like drinking's okay, but smoking your
Exactly, right? That's
cigarettes,
weird,
like,
right?
Like
Yeah.
fuck you. Like you can actually be 19 to smoke cigarettes, but 21
well,
to
a
drink.
thing that alters your mind and makes you like more like fucks with your head a lot versus a thing that you smoke.
Yeah.
It doesn't change you at all. And they were okay with him getting shit housed, but not
But
smoking a cigarette.
smoke that cigarette.
So
How
no, he
dare
was
you.
smoking, so I took it out of his hand.
Which is a rude move.
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of funny.
I don't give a shit. I was young. So I take it. I'm running down the street smoking it. I'm like, fuck you guys.
By yourself?
Yeah. They're chasing me. I'm like, fuck, I gotta put this out. So I put it out on my fucking arm because I think I'm a badass. I'm like, fuck yeah. Put it out.
Didn't you go to a prostitute later?
No,
that
this
night?
is way
That's a different story.
Like 16, 17.
I'm taking the rest
Okay.
of the Sailor Jerry's.
So
We have Sailor Jerry. Dude, this is just a mishmash of like the littlest amount of alcohol.
Like
and
we're literally
the
right
most
now
amount
like
of bottles.
polishing. Like we weren't expecting to do a podcast this Sunday, so we like. Caden calls me and he's like, first thing he says is like, "Do you have any booze?"
Yeah.
I'm like, booze is in liquor? He's like, yeah. Like, I'm like, no, I have some beer. He's like, oh, fuck. Like, because it's Sunday, you can't buy booze.
Yeah,
like, you can't
'cause
buy
we
liquor.
in Utah.
I don't think,
Yeah.
well, almost anywhere. Like, can you even buy liquor, like,
Yeah.
in other states?
I
So
assume.
other states, they have like booze in their Smiths or in their Walmarts.
Yeah. Well, like, I know in Wyoming, when I went to go buy beer there, it's basically a liquor store. Like, that's any convenience
Yeah, a
store you go in
liquor
Wyoming.
store aisle.
Dude, they have liquor in, like, Maverick gas stations.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy.
It's crazy. And so we walked in, and I just bought beer, but like here you can't do that. And same with the other states though. We're actually lucky. There's other states that don't sell alcohol at all on Sundays.
Yeah.
So we're able to buy beer on Sundays, but like Indiana, like the Bible fucking belt, like you can't buy any fucking alcohol on
That's
Sunday.
crazy, dude. Do you know something I found out about the Bible a couple of days ago?
The Bible?
About the Bible.
The Bible?
That I found very interesting the other day. So you know how like there's that whole thing where like people that hate Christians that hate homosexuals, it's because there's that Bible verse that says a man should not lie with another man, for that is an abomination.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
go
a
on.
mistranslation.
What is the real translation?
First of all, it never showed up in a Bible.
That was
except
never
it
real.
showed up in an English Bible in 1947.
What?
Yeah, that was the first time that
In
a
40
man...
that's
47, that's
that's-
so recent.
That's so close.
if
like,
you translate...
even if it was like 200 years ago, big.
Yeah.
Wow. Because like
No, 1947. My grandpa was alive before this
Right.
was mentioned in
this
a Bible.
was like what, like end of
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah, dude. It's
Like,
fucked up, but
That's
like...
the first real translation
in
of
an English Bible.
in English.
So in an English Bible that says man shall not lay with another man. Before that, so if like every other Bible, like a German Bible or a Denmark Bible or a
Any other fucking
Bible. Yeah, literally any Bible in another language, if you translate it straight to English, says a man shall not lie with a boy, for that is an abomination.
With a boy, so it's like
With
underage.
an underage boy, and then there's certain Bibles that define it, especially super early Latin Bibles, define it as a man shall not lay with another boy younger than 12. For that is an abomination.
So 13's chill though.
Yeah, dude.
That's right.
That's the fucking Bible. So we as Americans changed it to a man shall not lay with another
Just
man.
a man in general. Before they're like,
A man
Have you
before
ever heard about
13.
this? You know what's a fucked up thing? They used to do. I'm so drunk and I'm not gonna remember this
no, you're
correctly.
good. Don't even
But
tell me. I know.
Don't even tell you?
Don't even tell me that you're drunk.
oh,
Don't even tell me your
don't
story.
even tell me your story.
No, I
Let's
meant
stop.
don't even tell me you're drunk because
Yeah,
we're all
don't
fucking
know.
wasted. No, I don't want to
There-
hear your story.
There was a government.
Smoking all his ciggies.
Dude, we've seen.
I pay for these.
Yeah, like I'm on. Oh my god, that's fucking violent.
I know.
Anyway, there was a government program to catch gay dudes. So there were certain people
What?
hired
An American government.
in, I think it was the Navy specifically. So
the
Navy.
Navy. They might as well
The
fucking
gays,
captured the whole Navy.
Exactly.
And I could be wrong about the Navy. The Navy.
Gavy?
The
The
Navy.
Gavy.
I've joined the Navy. No,
Might as well Bailey Larson.
Oh
God. My guy. My guy.
There was the government hired dudes that would go and fuck dudes to prove that they were gay, so that they could use it in court that they fucked me, so they're gay. We need to arrest them for breaking the law.
But they're gay too.
because they fucked a guy.
What if you don't like it? It's not gay if you don't like it. Well, you said.
But they did it like 20 times. Like the guys would catch like 20 dudes based off of this.
That is ridiculous, dude.
Dude, there's a lot of.
Hey, did you see the new Black Mirror episode?
I haven't seen any of them.
Of whom?
Black Mirror.
It's a
No,
TV show on
I've
Netflix.
heard of it. I just haven't seen
So
it.
funny.
Have you seen The
It's like-
Office? I'm still watching that. I haven't
Oh
finished.
my god. Kate and I look at you like, have we seen The Office? Like, as if it's a new show or like anything new. Yes.
That's funny.
I haven't finished it. I'm on season 9, like episode 20. I'm getting
Yeah,
there.
dude,
I'm
that's
nervous.
crazy.
Oh shit. So you don't know how it ends?
I do, because I've seen it a long time ago, but I don't remember it.
It has a dumb ending, dude.
Which I've seen, because I've seen it on
It is a
TV.
very
Okay, fuck
sweet,
you.
heartfelt ending. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack what I said. It has a very nice, sweet ending. The last season sucks the
It does.
biggest amount of dicks. You know what's a terrible ending? How I Met Your Mother.
Never watched it.
I've
You know, it
seen
was a terrible ending. Fucking Game of Thrones.
You know what has a good
Yeah.
ending?
We
Futurama.
yes.
Oh,
Well,
God,
which
yes.
one? Because they've ended like 4 times or whatever. There's
Really?
like 4 seasons. There's 2 official season finales.
But like
To that show.
the actual season finale. Like the
No,
like,
because it got canceled for like a year. So they had a season finale. It got canceled, and then they did another couple of seasons at Comedy Central like 3 years later.
I didn't know
And then
that.
that one had a season finale too.
Well, that's the
Technically,
official.
have I seen
That's the
both then?
official ending.
That's
yeah.
the official end. It's like 9 seasons, right? Like
Yeah.
you've seen.
But there
I've
was-
seen all of them.
What
there
is
was
what is the season
3
ending that you
years.
know?
Well,
That
it's
they-
the official one, the real one now, but
Yeah.
I guess so.
What is it?
The one where he like, they get stuck in like.
the time limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real ending.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's falling off the building.
Yes,
Times. Yeah,
constantly, yeah.
that's the real ending.
Yeah.
Like, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
Because then they end it as a loop to where like they start over. Like the professor comes back and he's like, "Oh, we better start over again." After Fry and Leela lived their life
Yeah.
by themselves while the rest of humanity was just
Stuck
dead.
in time, right? Or
They're
stuck in time or
stuck in
dead,
time
yeah.
or just gone. Like, it was
Yeah.
all fucked up, and they lived their lives. And they were like almost about to be dead, pretty much.
Yeah.
And the professor came back and was like, "Oh, hey, about time I found you guys, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's restart, basically." And then they're like, "Okay." And
Yeah.
then that's how you restart the fucking season.
Season,
And
yeah.
like, and it
Futurama
just
got
starts
canceled 3 times.
over. Why did it get canceled? It honestly, in my opinion, it's better than fucking Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
So
dude,
far,
Yeah, I agree with
it's
them.
been Rick. it's been
Futurama
better.
is one of the best shows ever made, but it's been canceled 3 times.
I think it's such an underrated show because people don't give it a chance. Like people, like it's not as talked about as like Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad, like those Simpsons.
Yeah.
even. It's made by the same people as Simpsons. And did you ever watch the show? It's a new one it's like medieval times.
The Descendants?
It's
No,
it's the
fuck.
dude.
Oh,
The dude. It's Eric
No, Matt
Andre.
Groening.
Eric Andre
Well,
is the
yeah.
demon dude in it.
So that's Matt Groening's third show. Because he made The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Then he made Futurama.
Yeah.
right.
Then he made the
Dissident? No.
That's the one where that girl's like.
It's on Netflix, yeah.
It's like a princess.
Yes. Oh, it's a fucking such a good
Yeah,
one.
that
It's a good
show was
show.
good, and I feel like those shows are better because they're still ridiculous, but they're not like. I mean, when I was younger, I liked Family Guy because it was like so.
Everybody
ridiculous,
did.
but like,
Yeah.
I prefer the Futurama approach.
So
and
do
like,
I.
Rick and Morty was great, and I remember you showed me it like right like when it was happening.
Yeah.
So then I loved it because it was like a new show that nobody watched. I'm pretty hipster about things. I'll admit. I'm
Yeah.
pretty hipster about stuff.
I
to where,
can
like,
be for sure.
to where people like, oh, you like people don't like it, so you like it more. And then once it gains popularity, you like it less. But that's not like I don't like Rick and Morty less because more people watched it. I felt like it gained it like it wasn't as funny. Like it gained or like
Popularity? Or what?
not popularity, but like it just like stopped being special.
Okay.
I don't know. It's weird. Like when I first heard Rick and Morty, I was like, I've never seen a cartoon like this. This is so funny. And then I started showing all my friends who were around in that time. Now this was like a long time ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It came out in like what 2013, 2012.
I think we were seniors in high school.
When it yeah. So around 2013.
2014.
Yeah, when it came out. And I fucking loved it, and I was trying to show all my friends and whatnot, and they were just kind of like ignoring the facts and just kind of not paying attention. And then as it gained popularity, and then a second season, and even a third season, and then now all my really good friends are always quoting it. They have fucking shirts, buttons, patches, socks, posters all over the wall of Rick and Morty, of the same friends that I was trying to show Rick and Morty, and then they act like I'm not a fan of Rick and Morty. Like,
because you don't quote it.
Because I don't quote it all the time. I'm not obsessed with Rick and Morty. Like, I like it. It's
Yeah.
a good show. It's a good cartoon. But I'm not fucking diehard fanboy over it. And now that I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
That's like when people are
dummy
fucking
shit, yeah.
Star Wars fans. It's like I like Star Wars or etc. Like Harry Potter, Dragon Ball Z. Like you're a fan. But if you don't have that tattooed on you, or you don't have like posters all over your wall, or you're not quoting it, if you're not diehard obsessed, you're not really a fan.
Yeah.
It's like I fucking like it. Calm down. Just because I'm not like super retarded obsessed over it. I'm not autistic over
I watched
this show.
the series premiere of Rick and Morty. I almost said Futurama.
So have I, actually.
I remember the night that came out, I turned to that channel, Cartoon Network, to watch the premiere of this show, Rick and Morty. I was there when it premiered for the first time.
Right.
That's how long I've watched Rick and Morty.
I remember you telling me about it a lot in high school. Like, dude, Rick and Morty, it's like this old guy and this kid, like, and I didn't know how to perceive it. I was like,
well, the thing was,
I thought it was gonna be shitty because you said Adult Swim.
Yeah. Oh, I love Adult Swim.
And when you said Adult Swim, I was like, it's gonna be shitty. Quality.
Since I've been a kid, like 10.
I
have watched Adult Swim. I used to stay up. My mom would pass out.
It was like Robot Chicken.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, okay, you have to go to bed now. I was like, okay. And then my mom would pass out at 9.
Oh, so you had
and I would just
watch
hang out in my room, and then like, okay, she's asleep. I would go upstairs to the living room, turn on Adult Swim. Like I used to watch all the fucking Robot Chicken. I remember Home Movies, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yep. I remember even Toonami Toonami on Saturday nights.
Toonami Adult Swim.
Yeah,
I remember
on Saturday nights, Toonami hijacked Adult Swim, and they would show animes. Like I remember watching.
Oh, okay, that's probably how I started watching. I didn't start, but like one time I accidentally watched an anime, and it was like really fucked up, and I was like, whoa! Like I was this little kid.
Yeah, dude.
I was all fucking.
I remember being
disturbed.
a really little kid, and they would play reruns of Cowboy Bebop, and they would play Samurai Champloo, and like all these they played Full Metal Alchemist.
Dude, Full Metal Alchemist is so fucking
so pretty good. I've seen that a couple times.
Oh yeah, I've made you. I demanded you.
No, I've seen it before you told me about it. It's like, you should see this. I'm like, I don't think I've seen it. And you showed me the picture of it or the whatever it is. And I'm like, oh, I've seen it before. Back.
I was saying this though. The reason I got on this before we got to the whole Adult Swim thing, because Adult Swim was so fucking cool. Adult Swim was the only TV network to like.
Isn't that where Eric Andre was born? I
Yeah.
remember when I was
Well, not
younger.
born, but that's where his TV show
Or
started.
yeah,
He had his TV show still
the Eric
premieres
Andre.
there.
Like I remember seeing commercials for that in like 2011, dude. That was like old as fuck.
But,
Eric Andre came out before Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And like it's taken him so long to finally like. So I think it was 2011 or so, and now it's 2019, and he's finally like hit it so
Well, he
big.
was a stand-up before that too.
He's doing like world tours now.
Yeah. He's done stand-up before that, and he was always good at it. But what I was
the
saying,
Legalize Everything tour.
no, so yeah, I was so bummed I missed that. But so
No, it's happening now. The Legalize Everything tour is happening now.
Oh, so it's
The one that we
before
just
when he was
missed.
here. Okay.
When he was here. I don't know
Anyway.
what it was.
I don't even remember. I was about to say something and I don't remember, but I'll say what I was gonna say earlier. Is I'm a loser. So like I've always watched. Like I used to watch so much TV. Like that was I remember like I used to know the schedule of cable, or of not even cable, but of regular TV because I used to watch all of those shows. Like if you hit me up on Thursday night, I'm not fucking hanging out with you. Thursday night's NBC's Comedy Block. You think I'm gonna miss that shit? Fuck you. Like I used to go home and I would hang out with friends, and then it was like 5:30, and I'd be like, okay, I have to go home for chores. And I would go home and do chores, but really what I was going home for, because at 6 o'clock was Simpsons.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
And
remember
at 6:30 was Seinfeld. And I would watch those every single day. I would like, okay guys, I gotta go home to do chores, but really I would do my chores really quick, but then I was like, I was going home because I wanted to watch The Simpsons and then Seinfeld, and then whatever prime time 7 o'clock TV there was on Thursday nights on NBC was my fucking jam. I never missed Thursday night comedy nights on NBC. It was like Scrubs. At one point it was Scrubs, The Office, 30 Rock, and then My Name is Earl. I think it went Scrubs, Office, My Name is Earl, 30 Rock.
I gotta pee.
Go pee.
I'm gonna pee in this bottle.
And I watched that. Is that fully empty though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chug it.
Well, piss in it, then chug it. But
Truly.
that's what I did every fucking Thursday night. Was that? I remember Sundays were Animation Domination on
Yeah, I remember that.
on Fox, and that was the new episode of The Simpsons, then the new episode of some other show. I remember King of the Hill was still premiering when I started watching those. So I think it was King of the Hill, Simpsons, Family Guy, and then something else. It changed out, like it was American Dad, and then like Cleveland Show or whatever was premiering at the time. Bob's Burgers was on it for a while.
Bob's Burgers is so good.
So good, dude. And it just changed out. But like TV was a huge thing for me, so I was always on top of what TV shows were coming out. Like, I remember, the reason I knew about Futurama is because I was such a huge fan. You filled that bottle, dude. That's impressive. That's a lot of urine. I remember the reason I knew about Rick and Morty, and I was telling you about it before it even premiered, or maybe a little bit after it premiered, is because I was such a fucking fanboy of Dan Harmon. So Dan Harmon, the creator of one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty. One of the co-creators of Rick and Morty.
Oh my god.
What did you just send me?
No, but I think.
Oh, nice. My Alan, our guest today, just sent me a video of my friend peeing in that bottle right now.
Hell yeah.
Save it. But yeah, the reason I knew about Rick and Morty right off, like I saw the trailer for Rick and Morty and then said co-creator Dan Harmon, and I was like, I have to watch that show because Dan Harmon created Community. And I remember being like 12 years old, I think, and like seeing the first episode of Community. Which, have you ever seen Community?
No.
Such a good fucking show, dude. It has Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino.
Oh, okay.
Before he was Childish Gambino. I remember I was obsessed with Community, and my sister was like, oh, you watch Community, yeah? And I was like, yeah, I love Community. And my sister was like, well, the black guy on it just released a rap album. And I was like, what the fuck, he raps? And I was like 14, 15, I think it was 9th grade. I lived in this house, just had moved in to this house. I was in 9th grade, and my sister was like, "Oh yeah, this dude just released a rap album." And so like I was like, "What the fuck?" And I remember listening to Childish Gambino like when his album Camp dropped, his first official album dropped, because I knew him from Community, because I was obsessed with Community. You need to watch that shit. It's all on Hulu.
Really?
It's so fucking good, dude. It's
Fuck.
like a TV show that pokes fun a little bit at TV. Even in the first 5 minutes, they like describe each one of the characters as like how like there's a character in it who's obsessed with TV to the point that he's describing all of these characters, quote unquote characters, in his real life as TV characters in a really meta, ridiculous, over the top way, because
Right.
they're really in a TV show, but they don't break the fourth wall where they're like, we're in a TV show, but it's like this character who's obsessed with TV is breaking out each one of these characters and how they fit into like the usual format of
Right.
a sitcom.
Right.
It's so ridiculous, dude. It's so funny. Dan Harmon wrote it.
Right.
It is fucking hilarious. I love Community.
Dude, I have
It's
to
one of my
check
favorite
that out.
shows.
I was gonna ask you, did you ever see or did you ever watch MTV's shows?
No, I
When-
didn't have cable for a real long time when I was a kid.
So like Wonder Chosen or
No.
Andy Milonakis?
No, dude, I've never seen any of
Dude,
their
that
shows.
came out when I was in like probably like 3rd grade, and like I would like try to sneak, or I'd go off into like I'd have a sleepover, and we'd like stay up all night trying to watch Wonder Chosen. It was pretty much like a rated R version of Sesame Street.
Okay.
Like they would have like
Have you ever seen
they'd have
Crank Yankers?
puppets. Yeah.
Yeah, Crank Yankers is fucked up. I remember watching that.
Almost like that, but it was like they'd go on the street and like it was just like perverted.
shit. Was it the
really-
Rottweiler dog?
Like no.
Oh, okay.
It was like really perverted shit, like on Wonder Shows, and like the intro was like kids show. Like, dude, I gotta show you the. Andy Milonakis was also my shit. That came out around the same time, and I think, dude, it's weird how like what I've become like doing dumb shit and like stunts and whatnot, because I was also watching this TV show called Dirty Sanchez.
I remember that show.
And that also came around the same time when I was around 3rd grade. And it was basically like a UK Jackass of them doing fucked up shit. And I remember specifically it was stuff like them putting their fingers on the edges of pool ball tables and like hitting the pool ball, like the pool balls into their fingernails.
Yeah.
Or like they got like clamps and like clamped thumbtacks into their fingers. And like really fucked up shit. Like
I don't remember the show at all.
it was basically the UK version of Jackass, but more like hardcore, like disturbing shit, and not as funny. And I remember watching that when I was younger, and I think like it was almost like subliminal to like how I.
What
like,
the fuck are you laughing about, Alan?
Nothing.
What did you do?
You didn't feel it?
Did you put a lighter up my leg?
Nope.
What did you do?
I put a lighter next to your leg hair and somehow it caught on fire.
Oh God, no! I didn't feel it at all.
But like, I mean, I did grow up watching like Jackass, Viva La Bam.
All that
And,
shit.
like,
I remember Viva La Bam.
I was mostly into Viva La Bam because I was like
I
in
felt that
same
one dig. Dude, there's so much hair burnt off of my leg right now. Oh my God. Oh, I smell it too. Oh fuck. This is getting out of
Sorry, Adam,
control.
Viva La Bam was a fucking awesome show. I watched that so many times.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
Could I see
over
that
and over and
lighter?
over. No, you
I
can't.
need to spark my smoke.
You know, it's really lit. But go on. Viva La
Piece
Bam was
of
really
shit.
good.
Mhm.
I kind of miss it now.
So much hair.
It
Burnt
was like-
off of my leg.
It was like one of the first shows that I was like actually able to watch because
Was Viva La
Jackass.
Bam.
I mean, it was on TV, but like they
So
soon
it's Viva La Bam, then Jackass?
like
No.
I knew of both.
It
but
was
like
was it
I was like
CKY Jackass Viva La
the
Bam?
things that I would watch.
No, but like, I'm saying
Like,
what came out first? Viva La
um,
Bam? No, CKY, Viva La
CKY
Bam,
was the first.
then
yeah.
Jackass? Or
Yeah, it went CKY.
Their first Jackass film. Then they had Viva La Bam.
No, yeah, so they went CKY 1 and 2, then Jackass the first seasons, and at the same time of Jackass the first season was CKY 3. And then, so then at the same time Jackass and CKY were doing stuff, which is pretty much the same person, Bam and all those guys. So Jackass, CKY, and then I want to say it was Viva La Bam, and then Wild Boys.
Yeah.
And then Jackass 2 came out right after
Dude,
Wild Boys.
stop lighting my leg on fire. I felt that one, asshole.
Go on,
Anyway,
No, you're
I
good.
smell that one.
You
I
don't.
smell burnt leg
That's my
hair.
own leg hair.
No, you're
No,
good.
it was not. I felt the heat.
Oh, you guys want some more liquor?
Yeah, no, get the fuck out of
Bring
here
it
with
over
that shit.
No, god damn it.
There's nothing else, is there? You polished off that Sailor.
Mm-hmm.
I polished off that Pendleton. I polished off that T.
I had a feeling that we should have gotten more than a 12-pack between us three.
Get the fuck. I don't trust you, dog.
What is that?
Right now,
What?
if you don't know what's happening,
My finger.
Alan's lighting Caden's.
No, I did 3 or 4 times.
Under the table.
The next time was my finger. He just got upset.
Yeah,
But I remember like walking like into the living room and seeing my dad watch Wild Boys.
that's funny.
And that's when I was a little kid. Like that show
Yeah.
came out in like probably 2004 or 3, like right after Viva La Bam started. It was around the same time, and I was still in elementary school, watching this stuff, soaking it in, loving it. So it's like, little did my parents know they were like breeding
You
a
for that.
fucking shitty person.
God.
Yeah. Well, like, because that
I was
influenced you
upset.
to become the person you are, to do stunts
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
and like little.
Have I ever
didn't
told
even
you
know.
how I got into stand-up comedy?
No. I don't think
Because mine was my family, too. I remember we used to do Sunday dinners. And we still do them now, my whole family, all my siblings and all
What
their
about
kids
today?
and shit. It's Father's Day, dude.
And
They're all fathers now.
What about you? Oh shit, they're all fathers or have a
So, yeah, I'm the only one that's not with a person. Or we're, like, not married and have
or
kids
has a
and
kid.
shit.
Oh
yeah.
shit, I just didn't think about that.
So, yeah, I'm the one that does. But, so
He's
they're
the
not
only
over-
one.
But you're the youngest though. So.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
the gayest, but we won't talk about it.
I am
Makes
not
sense.
I might be the gayest. Fuck, I just realized. I might be the gayest
But
one of my
Candace
brothers.
wants you to be the gayest.
Yeah,
Everybody else, I
yeah.
don't know why,
Yeah.
but you're right.
I'm, like, way into musicals and shit. Anyway, how I got into stand-up comedy. So my brother-in-law, back in the day, we used to do
Which
family
brother-in-law?
dinners. Worst?
Which brother-in-law?
Preston.
Preston, okay.
Because they got married first. My oldest sister, Karina, obviously got married before anyone else.
Right.
So we used to do, son, do not take a shot of your own piss.
Please take a shot of your own piss.
Please, but let's film it for the gram.
Should I
For
pour
whomever.
it again?
Yes. Dump that back in there, or just throw it outside.
Just take a shot and then take another shot.
I'm just gonna film it on my camera and I'll post it to the Instagram later because we don't even have it set up.
You making a podcast about your Instagram or podcast?
Yeah.
Because either way, that's fucking
God,
tight.
we're fucking drunk. Yeah, but we already have it made. I'll follow
Alright.
you on
Well,
there.
fucking post it or post one.
Well, we haven't posted any of the
I'm
podcasts.
telling you to post it right now.
No, we don't have any of the podcasts posted. So once the podcasts are up, then we'll post pictures. Don't give me that eye roll.
I already did.
Fucking.
Alright.
All right.
Ready?
No, I took a photo.
Fucking idiot. Alright, for those of you who don't know, I just peed in this bottle during the podcast because I didn't want to go up into the bathroom and like miss about what is being talked about. So, and I'm thirsty. It literally tastes like water.
That's.
Do you want to take a shot?
No.
Come on. Take a sip.
No.
Pussy.
It's not gonna happen.
Come on.
It will never happen.
Come on.
No.
I'll give you $5.
I don't need $5.
Smell it then.
I don't trust you.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Doesn't smell like urine. But
Yeah,
still
it
won't.
literally was water.
Still won't drink it. No, not gonna happen. Anyway,
Coward.
I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, because you got into stunts because like you saw those movies of you when you were like you saw the TV shows of Jackass and shit, and CKY and stuff, and that influenced you to become into stunts. I remember.
Which I think was more subliminal because I never thought I was.
Well,
gonna
mine
be-
was super
Well, I agree
subliminal
with that
too.
too. Like when I first met Kyler, I never thought I'd be hanging out with him and fucking doing shit like that with him.
Well, like mine with stand-up comedy was like my brother-in-law. How many are left?
We just want the whole pack already.
Oh my God, we're fucking.
How many? Yeah, how many are left?
One left.
One?
Well, you're smoking one.
There's no more left?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
it. Well, I have one in my hand.
You want to
but
share one with me?
No. Yeah.
That's fair.
No. You just drink your own piss.
That's fair.
that is a fair point.
Give him
Hey,
his own.
come on.
We should maybe we'll go.
Bullshit.
Anyway,
have your
here's that.
own.
Come on,
Have
it's just
your
piss.
own.
It's sterile.
We'll go up
Come
and
on,
get cigarettes
Alan.
in a little while.
Come
this doesn't
on.
matter.
Come on.
So we.
Come on.
You were blowing
Yeah.
the fucking mics.
Dude, it's okay.
Anyway,
Like literally, it's blowing the mic right now.
Just
So
smell
when-
it, dude. It literally doesn't smell that bad.
I'm smelling it.
I mean, the fact that it's in a peach flavored bottle, but like, I hate justifying myself drinking my own piss.
So do I.
Justifying me or yourself?
You, because this is gross.
It's like, okay, it's gross, yeah, but come on.
Anyway.
It's not that bad, dude. It really isn't that bad.
I don't care. I'm not going to drink your piss.
Actually, I don't even have to say that. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not drinking your piss. Anyway.
Would you drink your own piss?
No.
On the podcast?
No.
How about pissing your asshole and you
Maybe
drink
we
that?
need the views.
Oh.
But not right now when it's not posted.
For
we
fun,
don't
dude. Come
Not
on, live
today.
your life.
I'm not going to do it today. What the fuck was I even talking
Coward.
about? You piece of shit! We'll share because
We
haven't
are.
had
I
yours.
know. It's
I
like
think
you
I
cover your
I think I
own.
just burned my eyebrows.
You did, I see it. What the fuck was I even talking about?
I don't know.
You trying to drink my piss?
That ain't happening. You were talking about how you were influenced by stunts.
By Jackass, and then how you were influenced
Yes.
by
stand up.
stand-up.
So we used to do family dinners, and the only person that didn't live in our house when I was a kid was my oldest sister, Karina. Her and her boyfriend at the time, because they weren't even married yet, would come over on Sundays and have dinner. And I remember one time him showing me, he was watching Jeff Dunham's shit on, like, watching one of his specials. And I, like, sat down and watched and, like, laughed or whatever, you know. I was literally maybe 11, 12. And watching this dude perform stand-up, and I was like,
Fuck
this is...
Jeff Dunham.
I know, so I think the same thing. That's the first time I ever saw any form of stand-up comedy, and I was like, I had no idea what it was, and shit, and I watched that, and, like, Dane Cook blew up. So I remember my brother-in-law watching Dane Cook's special.
Right, I remember listening to Dane Cook on my iPod Classic.
Everyone listened to Dane Cook. It was, like, the biggest thing. And that was, like, I watched them, and they were cool or whatever. Like, they were fine to watch, but I never, like, gave them a second thought. I was like, that was funny.
Yeah, I watched him, but I mostly listened to him. Like,
I did that later, but,
which is weird.
like, I watched those specials, and they were, like, funny enough, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool, interesting thing. And then I remember,
Okay, thanks.
I went to the library to get and I was, like, just walking past the movies, and the CDs were next to the movie, and I found a Jeff Dunham CD, or not a Jeff Dunham, I saw a Dane Cook CD, got a Dane Cook CD, listened to it or whatever, and then was like, oh, see, that's funny, that's kind of cool, and then so I, like, got a couple more, and do you know what the one that, like, I liked stand-up comedy, it was fine, I didn't really give a shit about it, but do you know what the one that I listened to that changed how I looked at stand-up comedy?
Let me guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess. One guess. And then you'll guess. You guess too. Which one it was that, like, changed the way that, like, before I saw that and I was like, oh, this is vaguely interesting. This is kind of cool.
Was it like, was he like super popular at that time, or was he
One of-
old?
He's older, but he was one of the biggest ever.
I have an idea. I can't think of his name right now.
Who?
Give us a hint.
No.
He's George Carlin.
Mm-mm.
Okay, it wasn't Carlin.
It was not Carlin.
All right, that's fair.
What about you? Do you want to guess?
That's who I was thinking.
Okay, repeat the question one more time.
So it was, I
you
had
seen
listened
a
to a
sentence?
couple of, like, really famous, at the time, stand-up comedians, and I was like, oh, this is vaguely interesting, and then I went and had gotten a Dane Cook CD, because he was one of the guys that were, like, super fucking popular, and I got one of the CDs, listened to it, and then I went back and was like, I'll get some other comedy, because this is kind of interesting, and then I got one that changed the way I looked at comedy.
Was it Seinfeld?
No.
Robin Williams.
No.
I'm just gonna guess all these.
Eddie Murphy?
No. Closer.
Ooh. Oh, no. Is he black?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I said Eddie Murphy is closer.
Okay, I know. I'm just making sure. I'm making sure.
Yeah, he's black.
Fuck, I know his name.
I think I can picture.
You
his
do.
face.
You can picture him.
I just don't know his name.
I can't.
I think I know who you're both picturing, and
That's
it's not him.
Fuck.
All right.
I'll just tell
Who
you.
is it?
Bill Cosby.
Oh, I was so off.
Yeah, I wasn't picturing.
Were you
Bill
thinking
Cosby.
Richard Pryor?
No,
Yes, I was picturing.
Who are you picturing?
I was picturing.
The guy who
Chris
does-
Rock?
No,
Oh.
he does crack. No, he does crack.
Oh,
but-
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Fuck.
Yeah, so you're thinking Chappelle. I was thinking.
This was
Pryor.
earlier.
I was thinking,
got
That's funny.
a Bill, because I knew Bill Cosby from the Cosby Show, because I was still, like,
Yeah.
doing reruns and shit. What happened to the cigarette I was sharing? There we go. I got Bill Cosby's brother To My Brother Russell, Whom I Love, was the name of the comedy album. And I listened to that, and then that changed the entire way I thought of stand-up comedy. Before I thought it was just some bullshit you turned on and it was like just a TV show or whatever. It was just something you watch sometimes. And that was the one where I was like, stand-up comedy can be like this personal, because he had jokes about how his dad would like beat him. And then had jokes about, I remember he had a joke about how nobody refilled the iced tea or something. And that was something that was so representative to my life because my mom's always made iced tea or whatever. That was the first time I was like, oh fuck, stand-up comedy can be something that's personal but also funny. Which is fucked up that Bill Cosby was the first person to change. He's so many for like a changing point for so many comedians that like, oh yeah, I got into stand-up comedy because of Bill Cosby. He's so many people's that person for them.
It's a shame. It's a shame that
he also was a terrible human being, but he was a really good, influential comic.
That's why it's a shame. It's not a shame that, like, oh, Bill Cosby, like besides.
It's a shame he got caught. No, and I get what you mean. It's a shame that like such a amazing artist had to be such a garbage human being. But that was the first. Don't take another one. Why are you doing this to yourself?
For the lulz.
For the lulz.
Look how clear that is.
Yeah, it's
that
very
is straight
clear.
Liquor.
It's not liquor, dude. It's not gonna get you drunk.
I drink so much that it's just liquor.
It's not.
Take a sip.
I'm not gonna do that.
He's already drunk, so it can't make him any less drunk.
Just take a.
But
dip your tongue in it.
Not gonna do that.
Come on.
No.
Take your finger in it and lick it.
I don't succumb to peer pressure. That only makes me not want to do it more.
You only succumb to cum.
I only succumb to cock for cum. No.
Now try.
But after that.
Now try it. Now it's not. Oh my gosh, it's kind of warm.
Don't give that to me like I'm doing it, you fucking asshole.
Come on.
Come on, Caden.
After, I'm not doing it.
A little bit, I'm nervous.
I'm not doing it.
Don't. Oh, thanks.
Now you just poured piss on me.
I don't give a shit. I didn't want to drink it.
Tell your mom.
I'll tell her.
Bottoms up, bitch.
I have piss on my face.
I'm gonna pour a fucking shot for your mom of my piss.
I'm okay with that. It's not Mother's Day.
Oh my!
Anyway,
but if it was Mother's Day, you would like, you know.
You would chug it.
After I listened to that Bill Cosby thing, that's when I got obsessed with comedy. I used to go to the library, and you were allowed to get 10 DVDs or CDs, and all 10 of my CDs would be comedy CDs. And I would go and I would put them into my computer, and I would just sit there and listen to every single one. Like I remember. I listened to a Joe Rogan.
Did you ever put them on your iPod or anything?
I downloaded them to my computer because I didn't have an iPod at the time. I downloaded them to my computer and I would listen to them on my computer.
So then you could give back the CDs, of course. And then keep listening
I would steal them illegally, which is
but
very illegal.
But you can't do that? You can't download the CDs you rent from the
library? It was illegal. It would tell you not to do that.
Really? I don't think it did. Mine let me do it.
It would let you do it, but how would they find out?
Yeah. You could do it. That technically was an illegal thing for you to do.
Oh,
anyway,
to put CDs that.
But I used to so many CDs. I remember listening to. I actually listened to a Joe Rogan. Shiny Happy Jihad was one of his very early specials. I remember liking it fine. This was before he started his podcast.
Oh yeah.
When did I listened to that? Like I listened to when I got into his podcast. Well, I used to be really into underground hip hop. My brother got me into underground hip hop when I was like 13. And like around that time, Joe Rogan had started his podcast and had this underground rapper named Immortal Technique on.
Oh yeah.
And so my brother was like, "Hey, you know this Immortal Technique was on this Joe Rogan's podcast, the guy who did Fear Factor." And so I was like, "Oh shit!" And so like he goes like, "Yeah, dude, he had him on his phone. He worked at a metal shop where he just would like make this piece for this weird thing, like this tiny metal piece for this machine over and over again all day." That's what he did. Yeah, he worked at this metal shop where he just made a single piece all day. And so he'd listen to podcasts or radio shows. You would listen to like This American Life and Radio Lab, were like the first radio shows that you could download as a podcast. And then he listened to Joe Rogan's, and so he's like, "Yeah, dude, Immortal Technique was on this dude Joe Rogan's podcast. So like you should I'll give you a whole bunch of his podcasts and just listen to all of them." And that's how I got into Joe Rogan's podcasts.
How long ago did you start? When did Joe Rogan start doing this?
2011.
It's like 2011 was like a peak point when like people started making content on YouTube and stuff like that. Like,
definitely.
Like, I can only name like 3 or now 4, but like me, started in 2011. Nub TV started in 2011. Now, and Joe Rogan, like Gus Johnson started in 2011.
That's crazy.
like
That's a long time ago. I don't think he started that.
Well, and it's crazy because Gus.
Oh damn! His podcast launched in 2009.
Oh, sorry.
Damn, you're good.
It's
in your nose, bro. You sneezed with your hair in your. How long were you just shoving your fucking hair up your nose?
It's been good, like,
just waiting for us to look at you.
I was hoping you to look earlier. I kept shoving it in a little more. That's why I'm sneezing. 'Cause I kept shoving it in more.
It looks like it's in your brain.
Or my hair's growing out of my nose to my brain.
Dude, it's so deep.
Wait. Look at me.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
I hate the lighting
You
of this,
see?
but yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, that's
Or it
good.
looks about right.
I mean, people started, obviously 2006 or 5.
So I think I got into Joe Rogan. I think I was in between 9th and 10th grade.
That's when you started listening
That's
to
when, and then I didn't listen to him for like a year or 2 after that even. Like I listened to the Immortal Technique and I was like, that's cool or whatever. And then I started listening like a couple years after. My brother kept asking me if like, oh, have you watched Joe Rogan? Have you listened to Joe Rogan's podcast yet? And I was like, oh, I listened to a couple of them, but I haven't really listened. And then I think I found like a Coco Joey Diaz one. My brother told me about like how he listened to one with Joe Coco. No, Joey Coco Diaz on. And that was one that I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
It's so crazy how
at that point I was way into stand-up comedy, but I just didn't know anything about Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was super into stand-up. At that point, I listened to like everyone. I remember one that was huge for me was this dude. He does like, I think it was called the Comedian's Comedian album or something like that. I'm gonna look it up now because now I don't remember, but it was a comedy album that was like, they filmed an entire showcase of like 10 or 15 comedians, and I listened to that. So it was like 5-minute spots by a whole bunch of comedians, and I remember that one blew my mind. I remember Dimitri Martin blew my mind.
Is that the dude with the bowl cut?
Yes.
Plays guitar?
Yeah.
God.
His earlier albums,
his like most latest stuff
is not the best.
Dude, like I remember one I listened to. My cousin and I were listening to it.
Yeah.
And it was pretty funny. I was like, it felt like really awkward, but it was still funny. And then he released a recent one. I was trying to listen to it, and like I just like his comedy.
His
like
recent one was really hard to get into.
It just wasn't that funny to me. Obviously he's a funny guy, but I mean people's sense of humor change. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
He's such a good joke writer, especially in his earlier ones. Like I think one's called "These Are Some Jokes" is one of his albums, and that one was so fucking funny.
So
but
what?
It was comedy death ray.
How old were you when you first were like, I want to start to write jokes, or I would like to do this?
Do you know what the crazy thing was? Is I always told people I was around 15 or 16. I had gotten this. I had Cricket Mobile at the time, and Cricket Mobile came out with this thing. I think it was called like Move Music or something. And it was basically like a knockoff version of Spotify. So it was like, you get this music service if you sign up for Cricket for free.
Right.
And that's when I started, like, it was probably 10th, 11th grade, and I was, like, listening to every comedian they had on. Basically, it was Spotify. And so I was listening to comedians every day, and that was the point. I was, like, 16, and that was the point, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this for a living. And that's when I started writing jokes, blah, blah, blah. But my friend Drew, who I've known Drew since I was 7.
Is Drew? Have I met Drew?
No, you have not met Drew.
Neither have I. Just talked to him the other day.
I haven't seen him in a long time. I saw him at Thanksgiving this year. That was the first time I'd seen him in like 5 years.
Okay.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but he's one of my best friends ever. Like, there's like that connection to where like no matter how long we go without seeing each other, when we see each other, it's exactly the same.
That's what I thought.
So I saw Drew, and Drew, I saw him at Thanksgiving, and he was like, "Oh, so are you doing comedy still?" And I was like, I hadn't seen Drew for years. Like, I was 13 the last time I saw Drew. And I was like, how do you even know about that? Right? And it's like, you told me that. We were like 12, and you told me that all you want to do when you grow up is make people laugh.
Hell
and
yeah.
I didn't even remember this. So I was that young.
When you decided.
I remember one time lying to a chick.
Like, yeah, I'm a famous comedian.
No, I lied to a chick, though, that I was doing comedy when I was like 13, 14. A chick that I had a real big crush on, and then she moved away from the neighborhood. And she was texting me one day randomly. She got my number somehow, but and I lied to her. So it was as early as 12 or 13 that it was like in the back of my head, but it wasn't a real thing.
Yeah.
Yet.
Well, that's how it always starts.
I used to tell people, even years after, when I decided I wanted to, officially to myself decided I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, I still told people I wanted to be a writer.
Yeah.
Because that was a more obtainable goal. It was that was more acceptable. Oh yeah, people can write books, but to do stand-up I was too nervous to tell people I wanted to do stand-up comedy.
Right.
But it was as early as 11, 12 that I had told my friend Drew that I wanted to do this. That I wanted to do stand-up comedy. So it's been it's the only thing I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah. And that's weird. You never know. When it's in the back of your mind, you know it's what you want to do. But when you
it's a thing that it's such a cool, interesting thing. But when you're so young, you can't. I couldn't even imagine a stand-up comedian being a job somebody can get.
Yeah. Well, same with what I do.
Yeah.
But
yours is even more abstract because it's such a niche.
And
there's so many people that want to be stand-up comedians, but yours is such a niche.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. But in the back of my head, I was never really thought it was obtainable, but I was I don't know anything else that I'd rather do.
Yeah.
I want to be doing crazy shit, making people laugh or entertain people by me doing dumb, crazy shit. But I don't know anything else that I'd rather do. So it was
that was it, yeah.
It was weird. Because you never think about what do you want to do when you grow up. It's I don't know, but I do have this one thing that I want to do.
You know, the first joke I ever wrote is one of the jokes I still use.
What is it?
My OJ joke.
Really?
Yeah. I think that was the first joke I ever wrote. Actually, that's a lie. And this is another thing that's crazy that I was this young and this was in my head. I remember being in 5th grade. Are you burning shit?
No.
Alan! What the fuck are you doing?
I caught on fire by itself.
No, it didn't. You're a little fucking pyro. Just lit an empty carton of cigarettes on fire.
Or lit itself on fire and put it out.
You're a
Whatever
hero.
way you want to look at it.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I remember being
hero.
in 5th grade. This is the first joke I ever wrote. I was in 5th grade, and I remember this kid, I think it was Dalton Wood or this dude named
Dalton's such a douchey name. Everybody.
Dalton Wood actually seems like a cool dude now. I haven't talked to him in years.
Everybody I met was Dalton.
He was a cool dude.
Cool guy.
Did you just change your story? Because you're about every Dalton I've met's a douche, but then you said every Dalton I've met's a cool guy.
No, every Dalton I've met is not a cool guy.
Oh.
Same story.
This Dalton, he was a cool dude or whatever. We weren't really friends, but he was friends with one of my friends, Joe. Because I was kind of a loser in school.
Yeah, we can tell.
But I remember him and this dude, Austin, were telling jokes. And I remember they asked me to tell a joke. Or I was oh, I'll tell a joke. And they just told jokes they had heard somewhere. And I remember okay, what the fuck is this joke gonna be? I remember specifically starting this joke having no idea where it was gonna go. And the joke was so fucking stupid. It was a 5th grader joke.
Do you remember it?
I remember the punchline.
Do you know the setup?
I don't remember the setup was so long. It was I remember it was it had something to do with Chuck E. Cheese. It was his name's Chucky, the rat that works at Chuck E. Cheese or something or whatever.
Yeah.
My joke was to the effect of Chucky from Chucky the Cheese. I don't remember the whole setup. I remember I started saying it having no idea how I was gonna finish it. And I started going off about So this kid is at Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, and he has cheese.
Shut up.
I don't remember. I remember the joke ended like Chuck E. Cheese kept stealing people's shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, Chuck E. Cheese stole this kid's MP3 player or whatever," and like went into the playrooms and stuff, and like the kid caught him and took back the MP3 and said, "It's not your MP3," and took it back. And then like another kid, Chucky, came out and stole his shoes from the shoe rack, and this kid had to go into the playhouse and go in and was like, "Hey, these aren't your shoes." And then he came out and then he went out and stole another kid's cheese stick, like pull apart cheese stick, and he went back into the playhouse going through the slides and stuff, and he caught him and he said, "Hey, this is nacho cheese."
Good one.
Wow, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, it was bad, but I was 10 and I wrote that joke.
On the spot.
Yeah,
So
to
you didn't write it.
impress this fucking kid who told a funny joke. So like made this joke in my head. So that shows you how early on, before I'd even watched a stand-up comedy special, I was like, I'm gonna make a joke real fast. Like these guys are telling jokes, and in my head, I didn't know they read these jokes somewhere in a book.
You didn't know to tell like a made-up joke.
Yeah, a street joke.
Yeah,
That's what you call them.
That's what everybody said. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a street joke. You want to hear a joke? Like, oh.
That's a street joke. And you don't know. Like, I didn't even know those kids didn't come up with those jokes on the spot, but it was like, oh, it's my turn to come up with a joke on the spot.
You
and
thought these guys are geniuses.
And I wrote that joke that the punchline was nacho cheese.
But you didn't know nacho cheese was already a punchline?
I made that the punchline.
But you didn't know, like,
People used that punchline before.
nacho cheese is already, like, a punchline in other jokes. You didn't
No,
know that?
not at the time when I was a kid. I maybe have heard it, and that's where I came up with
That's
the joke, but
nacho
who knows?
That's nacho cheese.
That's nacho cheese. But it just shows you how, like, ingrained that was into who I was when I was a kid. Like, before I even knew what comedy was, I, like, was writing a joke. But I was always kind of like the funny kid to my friends. I was never the funny kid to other people. Shut the fuck up.
I haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, you didn't say anything, but anyway. I was always kind of like the funny kid. That's like my friend Drew was always like, yeah, you were like the funniest dude I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not funny all the time. I definitely got
duh. Like, you can't, not duh, because you're not funny all the time, but, like,
Yeah.
duh, like,
you can't be funny all the time. But when I was a kid, that was like the
Like what
only
you
thing
do.
I had was I was like funny.
to be
I wasn't a
funny all the
cool
time
kid.
is, like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sorry, this story's so loud.
It probably is. This is probably gonna be a shit show of a podcast.
Are you gonna edit this?
I'm gonna fuck with the sound quality. I won't edit it.
So this isn't.
Don't say the N word though. I'll have to edit it.
Oh my
I
god.
thought that's where you're going. Do you edit this? No. Okay.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna edit it to make it like sound better. Like,
Yes.
you're gonna cut out certain parts and add it to it.
No.
No? Okay.
I won't edit it, but
So
I will
is
fuck with
this
the
gonna
sound
go
quality.
live, or are you just doing this for like a run?
It's live.
Okay. I know
We
it's
have-
live. Like,
We have 258 people listening to us right now.
no, we don't.
I know.
We
This
have
is
like
not
3
live.
people.
This is not live.
Okay. But I'm saying, like, you're gonna.
I went with too high of a number. If I had said like 43.
I still wouldn't believe you. If you
Really?
said 1, I wouldn't believe you.
My mom.
She doesn't care. She just puts it on background noise like fucking Caden again.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway. Did I tell you what happened to me at Wise Guys
Nope,
last
you
night?
didn't.
That was the story. We'll end it with this story.
We'll end it with this story.
Good.
It's not even a story, dude. It's just
It's a
like fucked
punchline.
up.
Oh.
So I went into work last night, and we have a regular bouncer named Todd. And he's a cool dude, and he used to work when he was real young, worked on radio. So he,
Stop
The gay guy?
older, bigger dude with bald hair. Beard.
bald beard, yeah. You met him? Oh yeah, duh, you met him.
Super
you came
nice
in.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's really nice.
Yeah, I met him.
He's the guy that he introduces the show. So we call it off mic. So you go into
I
this.
wasn't there when he introduced the show, though. I didn't know he introduced the show. Like, he was like...
Did you show up late? Did the show already begun?
No, so the one
He's the guy that through the speakers goes, "Hi, welcome to Wise Guys." Over the speaker system.
Oh, I might have not known that was him, but I remember...
He introduces the host,
He
basically.
was the one that came up to me and was like... He's like, hey, like, you're the one that, like, Josh is paying the drinks for. Like,
Yeah.
Caden told me to come to you. Like, he's like... a thicker dude.
Yeah.
He's not fat, but he has
Yeah.
a beard and bald head. And
What are you looking for?
he's
Alan?
older.
Sangria.
Did you guys already drink all that sangria?
No.
Bitch,
Tell him.
bring it out.
Anyway, so
Oh, box wine? Fuck you guys.
drink the box wine, dude.
We had a lick of my ass.
Pour me some of that box wine into this glass. We'll polish up the box wine first. Alan, you fucking savage. Anyway, so Todd does off mic. So he goes into Penny's office, my manager's office. I shouldn't be giving names out. Anyway, he goes.
Fuck it, dude.
Whatever.
This is gross life.
Yeah, it's not good. Anyway, so Todd goes into Penny's office and introduces the show over the speakers for the audience. So he'll say, "Hi, welcome to Wise Guys. How are you guys doing tonight?"
Right.
It's like, all right, well, we have, you've seen him on Comedy Central, you've seen him on Netflix. We have tonight Josh Wolf. Give it up for Josh Wolf. And then,
Okay.
first, before we get him on stage, we have your host for tonight. Please give
Oh,
a big
okay.
welcome to Spencer King. And
Yeah.
they come out on stage. So Todd was out last night. He didn't work last night. It was him. It was this new bouncer named E.
Out. He was. What does that mean? Out.
He was just like didn't work last night.
Okay.
He just had the night off.
Oh, okay.
And so this dude E was there. So Penny was like, "Oh fuck, Todd's not here. E, do you want to do off mic? Do you want to introduce the show?" And E was like, "Have Caden do it." Because he was like, he wants to be a comedian. Have Caden do it. And so I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do it." And I was so fucking nervous. She like gave me the notebook that has like the script kind of to
my
go
God, this
kind
is
of off of.
intense, dude.
And so I had to go into like her office and I remember I went out back to where our garbage is and I was saying the thing on because I was going to this audience of people that like were there to see the show. And I'd never done this before. So I get into Penny's office and I start like, and she was like, "I'm getting ready." And she's like, "Okay, here you go." And I was like, I went to go do it and I was like, "Hi, welcome to Wise Guys." And then like, you just hear from the showroom just
Why was it doing that?
I don't know. But she was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "I don't know." And I was like, "Okay. Hi, welcome to Wise Guys. Sorry for the technical difficulty." And then again, you hear out of the showroom. And like, people started booing and shit. They were like, "Boo!"
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. And she was like, and then Spencer King, the host for the show, came into and was like, "What's going on?" And Penny was like, "I don't fucking know."
Is
And
Spencer
so,
King the dude that used to be a junkie?
No, he has glasses. He's a white guy, slick over haircut,
Okay,
glasses.
I don't think I've
Really
seen him.
dark jokes about like the signs in Utah that say people are gonna like
Oh, yeah.
this many people died this year.
Right.
He's that guy. He's really funny. I
Oh
love
wait,
Spencer King.
no, I did see that guy.
Yes.
He was at the one where we saw. Who's the dude with the beard that we saw? He was in Salt Lake. Me.
Kyle Kinane.
Yeah, he was there with Kyle Kinane,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, I
and
think so.
like all.
Super funny. I
Or,
love
no,
Spencer
no,
King.
I don't know if he was during Kyle Kinane. I saw him.
But
he
you've
made.
seen him.
I've seen that guy make the jokes about the freeway signs,
Yes.
talking about. He might have been touring those two twins that do the jokes, or
Sklar brothers.
the brothers that do the jokes back and forth.
Yeah, Sklar brothers.
I think I saw him.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway.
sorry. I was like, this guy sounds familiar.
Hey, you should go grab a pack of cigarettes that are on the counter right over there.
All right, Alan's been our bitch for the past 5 minutes now.
Well, I don't know what he's been doing. He's just been walking around.
drinking everything I find.
Alan's pretty much just fiending for alcohol
Yeah.
right now.
But so I like Spencer King comes in and was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And she's like, "I don't know." It's like, "Okay, just go up on." Yes.
Your mother's?
What?
You're selling your mother's
It's
cigarettes.
Father's Day. It's not Mother's Day. I'll go buy her some more. Anyway, he comes in and he's like, "Should I just go start the show?" And Penny was like, "Yeah." So literally my first time doing off mic, nobody heard a single word I fucking said because this is, and my boss even was like, "This has never happened before." Like, I tested it earlier and it worked fine. And so like it just for some
It was
reason
like-
it worked.
it's
I
a-
went
it's a
back
calling,
out
it's
to
a
my
sign.
desk that I work at. I know I learned about
Yeah.
that. But I went back out to the desk I work at, and the chick that I work, the other door person, Britt, and then the bouncer, E, were just both dying laughing because I fucked it up so bad.
But like, it wasn't your fault, right?
Yeah.
Or did you
I
think-
don't know. I don't know what happened.
It was like,
I-
hey, welcome to Wise
And
Guys.
they said that like Britt and E said that when they were at the desk, all they heard was
The whole time.
headliner. Like that's the one word they heard.
So the whole time was pretty much just fucking
Static. It was so.
It
I'm
was
so
all
pissed.
static. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Because, like, I
Whatever.
know how, like, important that would be to somebody, like, especially, like, important to you.
Well, to impress the lady who.
You want to impress and just trying to move up and just, like, you know, like, work on what you do.
Yeah.
And then, like, you have, like, one shot. Not one shot. You know, you have your chance to kind of, like, you know, slightly move up or to, like, do something different than what you've been doing and just kind of, like, experiment. And then the thing that you go to do first try is botched. Not even your fault. It was just completely fucked.
I don't know what happened, dude.
Like, that'd be like me going to do, like, my first live stunt and, like, I don't know what would happen. Like,
It'd be like you were doing a live broadcast and the broadcast cut out.
yeah.
So it's like nobody could even see what you were doing.
Yeah, like I was doing a live stunt, but it was a broadcast, and then all of a sudden you can only hear the audio of me getting hurt, but like nobody could see what was actually happening. But like with you, it was just all audio, so everybody just heard fucking
and
static.
They booed.
The fact that they booed for the intro, like they were not.
It wasn't they weren't booing because the intro was bad. They were booing because the mic was fucking up.
So they were booing at the mic. They weren't booing at you.
Yeah.
They were
like trying to like we can't hear. Or, like,
boo.
Yeah.
That seems so, like, intimidating to you. Like, oh, this is my first time and they're already booing at me. Like, fuck, what do I do? That would just feel so shitty.
Yeah.
It
was weird. I never felt bad about it because, like, I had no control over how this turned south.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing I did that made it.
It'd be one thing if you stumbled on your words.
The other thing is nobody knew I did it. Like, I walked out of that office and none of the audience had any idea I was the guy that, like, was doing that. So it wasn't, like, I didn't even think twice about it.
Yeah, nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could ever do stand-up comedy. Like,
I have such terrible stage fright.
I don't know if I would be considered myself, like, a funny person, which I don't. I already don't consider myself.
The other thing is I don't, like, I can be funny. But I don't consider myself a funny person. Other people tell me I'm funny or whatever.
Right, that's how it usually goes, too.
Yeah, and I can be funny with people, but I'm also, like, I'm not like, extrovert. I'm not funny in the way that, like, I'm trying to think of somebody that we know mutually that's very funny.
I mean,
that's
like,
a very, like...
Like, Austin,
Alan.
like...
Austin's pretty funny, but Austin's funny, I think, in the way I'm funny.
Like, he's being serious, and, like, the things that he says serious. Like,
well, I guess not in the same way.
Like,
but
he's not extra.
Like,
he's going out of his way to make jokes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a huge person who just has a really big person. Not a huge person, but, you know, has a
Big
huge
Al.
personality.
Big Al.
I'm about to say the same thing.
Well, he does have a big personality, too.
But he's also huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean huge, but, like, somebody that has a
When you
big
said
personality
big person, I was like,
that whenever they say something, everybody around laughs, you know?
Yeah.
Like that kind of person.
I was going to say Braden Diddle used to be like that. Like, Braden Diddle
I
was...
don't really meet him, so I can't say.
I met him a couple times. Yeah, he was in general, a humorous person to be around. You would laugh if you were around him.
Mostly because he had a dumb accent.
And I wasn't that person. I can be funny if I'm comfortable around people, but I was never, like, a super huge out of the way, you know, like, everybody loved me kind of funny person, but I can write a joke. I can think of a funny idea and then make it funny. When I tell somebody something that's funny, anytime I've said something that's funny to you, sometimes it's, like, just comes out and it's funny or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I'm thinking in my head, okay, what's funny?
Right.
Okay, what can I say right here that's going to make them laugh?
I've noticed sometimes I didn't even notice.
Even early in this podcast, I've done that.
You'll come up with a joke. You'll say a joke, but we won't know you're like trying to set up for a bit.
Oh, I've done that every once in a while. But
You'll do that to me
often.
in normal conversation. You'll come up with a bit or have a bit ready. You'll say the bit. I'll either laugh or like whatever.
Yeah.
And I won't notice, and then after, like, that's a joke we've been working on. I'm like, I didn't even know that was a joke that you've been working on, because you said it, like, in normal conversation, as you literally would say it as if it was something you'd say
to anyone.
Like, to anyone.
I've only done, and I do that when I think of a joke, but I also do that in everyday conversation. Almost everything I've said that's been funny in this podcast, and I wish I could think of a specific example, but every single thing, like, a lot of them, I've been like, okay, what would be funny to say in this moment? Okay,
right.
blah, 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 blah. And in my head, I'm like, okay, this, and then this. and that's funny.
And it's all fresh, or is it something?
It's fresh in my head, but I'm in my head before that. You'll say something like, oh yeah, I never known my dad, and then I'll be like, okay, well, something about never known his dad, blah 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 blah. Okay, this, and then I'll say it.
Right.
I
So
think in
you're
jokes.
constantly thinking of like your replies. You try to think of like something funny, like as a joke to say.
So I've never been an automatically funny person, but my brain knows how humor works.
I feel like things that my friend, especially mostly my friend Tyler, when he thinks things that I say are funny, are mostly things that I'm being dead serious about, and I'm like actually slightly angry.
You know what's something funny? I think Tyler's a funny person.
He starts busting out laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? He's like, dude, that was just so funny what you just said. I'm like, I'm being serious, dude. It was fucking stupid. He's like, dude, I know, but it's fucking funny. Like, I'm like legit, like, it's not like true anger. It's like I'm slightly agitated about something, so I like express that irritation.
You know, I love Tyler, but like I have such a hatred for his sense of humor. Not his specific sense of humor, but he like quotes funny videos.
Oh,
that's something he does.
Him as a personality, he's a quoter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I
love Tyler. I love hanging out with Tyler. He's a great person. But his sense of humor is to quote funny videos.
Vine quoter, movie quoter, like any type of quoter.
Yeah, like, welcome to Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's.
And that's not me. Like, that's the antithesis of my sense of humor.
Like, you don't want to be quoting things that other people find funny.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's a Vine or a YouTube video or a real movie or anything. Tyler literally...
I'm now worried that, like...
It doesn't matter if Tyler ever listens to this or not, but he's king quoter. Like, he knows. I give him shit for... I'm like... I'll tell him sometimes, like, dude, you're fucking autistic about quoting movies. Like, you're so stupid about quoting.
That's so many people's senses of humor, is they'll see something funny in a movie and they'll quote it and all their friends will laugh. And that's their sense of humor.
Sometimes,
but
sometimes it's not, like, for everybody. Sometimes it'll literally be for, like, Tyler and I.
Yeah.
It's like an inside joke. And he'll do part of the quote of the movie, and then he'll, like, wait for me, like, do you know what it's from? Like, do you know what quote that's from? Like, do you know the movie? And then I'll either, like, no, or usually I'm like, I'll either finish the quote, or I'll be like, yeah, that's from Dumb and Dumber, or, like, whatever. Like, that's from this and that. And then it's funny, because, like, he'll say a quote.
Yeah. My brain... I can't think of, like, my brain doesn't work and I heard this funny thing, I'm going to say this quote. My brain works in trying to figure out what would be the funny thing to say right now.
I don't even know if Tyler says it to be funny. It's just like a thing. It's just like a thing. Like, I don't do stunts to be funny. I don't do dumb shit to be funny. It's like a thing that you do.
Yeah.
So I think that's a thing that Tyler does. He quotes things that he finds funny, entertaining.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily funny.
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing to be. I think that's a lot of people's sense of humor, but it's such the antithesis of my own.
Right.
Like I can never think of a quote and be like. My other thing though is I will adapt to whatever your sense of humor is. That's something I've always noticed about myself is that if I'm with a certain group of people that find certain things funny, I will adapt that sense of humor. So if I'm hanging out with Tyler, my brain goes to like
quote movies.
What's a quote?
Yeah, right.
Do you ever feel like make that person laugh?
Do you ever find you have to like really adapt to me when you talk to me, or like adapt to my sense of humor? Like, is it like hard?
The thing with you is there's a certain few people...
I feel like I don't laugh.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. This is exactly what I'm going to say. There's certain few people that I'm not funny around. Where'd you find that?
Time for.
Hell yeah. Dude, you look like the brown fucking...
Where'd you find that?
What's that dude? You're out of your element, Donnie.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
What's that movie?
John Goodman. Walter.
No, what's the name of the movie?
Oh, Big Lebowski.
Dude, when his sunglasses were like that and he threw the cigarette at me, you look like the brown Big Lebowski with your hair.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just got the brown.
His ego.
Dude,
yeah, I
know. I just got the brown Big Lebowski throwing a cigarette at me.
You are a person I don't feel like I have to be funny around. I've never, because my brain's so analytical about comedy, is that my brain doesn't go off trying to figure out jokes to say to you.
So if you say something funny, it's
just whatever comes out of my mouth.
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's never
that's interesting.
I've never had to adapt to your sense of humor because I've never had to be funny around you. I think it's the same way with you, Alan.
I feel like you try to be funny to me, even though I don't try to be funny.
Well, because I do it with you too, but I do it with you too, Kyler, because people can't see that I'm looking at you now. But I will try out jokes on you guys, or something I think that's funny that I'm gonna say. But when I'm with new groups of people,
You try to be funny.
I like with your friend like Tyler and Big Al, my brain's working to figure out what their sense of humor is. How can I like adapt to it? But with you two, I don't do that.
Okay.
I've never adapted to your sense of humor. I've never adapted to your sense
Well, it
of
makes
humor.
sense because I thought we had the same sense of humor.
I think we do a little bit, yeah. But
also at some like points.
yeah, I also don't feel like I adapted Georgia's sense of humor. But there's certain people. I think it's when I don't feel comfortable around somebody, and that I feel so comfortable around you guys that I don't have to do that.
That's like
But like when I'm with a new group of people or people that I don't hang out with regularly, my goal is to like, okay, I need to make these people laugh. How do I do that?
I was gonna say the same thing, like with new people that come and hang out, and they hang out with you for a certain reason, or they're new,
Yeah.
and they're hanging out with you. You feel like you have to impress them or like something. So like that's
It's
how
like
it was,
I have to prove to them I'm funny.
that I'm funny or that you're entertaining or worthwhile. Like for me, like yesterday when I was hanging out with two new kids
Yeah.
that I never had filmed with before. They were both younger than me too, so I felt like I had to like live up to something, which I didn't feel like I had to live up that much to like whatever, but I had to be like they were hanging out with me because I was me.
Yeah.
And they wanted to hang out because they wanted to do dumb shit too. So like, all right, I better do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And then also like film them doing dumb shit.
I think it comes from a place of acceptance, for sure.
But I feel like I didn't have to be accepted by them, but I had to
But
show
that
them.
might be because you have like a standing in the stunt community.
Yeah,
that you have to prove yourself as like I am Khyler
I'm
Vick.
the fucking like, not to be a dick,
Yeah.
but it's like I'm the fucking guy. Like I'm like to be looked up to. I'm like I'm the
See,
stunt
I think
guy.
mine is I have I don't bring much to the table. What I bring to the table, I think that comes from a place of like low self-esteem or whatever. But like for a long time since I've been 12 or 13, I don't like I've had a low confidence in who I am. So like I've had to be like I need to be funny for these people to like me.
Yeah, right.
So it's been like anytime I meet a new group of people, it's like I have to be funny with
Show
these
that
people.
you're
How do I be funny in front of these people?
Well, that's that's what I was gonna say is like that's like if those kids like my friends come over, even if it's friends that I've known forever, and we're like having a film day or like whatever, and I'm like throwing everything on them, like letting them take the limelight, and I'm not doing anything. It's like I almost get like motivated or somewhat jealous or somewhat like, oh, you're doing something crazy or different or fun or funny, like I gotta be involved. But like I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I've proved myself time and time again, and I wouldn't have to do any of that. But then when I see other people doing that, even if it's their first time, I have to be like, all right, let the guy with the belt fucking step in, the ringleader.
I think everyone has that a little bit where they need to prove themselves in front of new groups of people.
Even though they don't have to, like they know, they've seen what I've done,
like,
and they don't need
I
to.
do have like low confidence, but then I've had friends tell me like, stop, like you're a cool person, you're an fuck.
What? Died?
It just died. I was literally in the show here, but like.
Figure out
here.
Yeah, figure out your way here.
A lot of that's why it's called like a road comic, because you're traveling yourself. You don't like you pay for your gas. I've heard of comedians that are like, I literally lost money to do a show before.
Yeah,
because getting there was so expensive.
So like I want to try to not have to pay for my way there.
But if you have to pay your own way there, are you not gonna go?
If I have to, unless JJ helps like half, like with my like if, because I'll be getting into the show for free. It's a 4-day festival, so I'll be that is.
All right, so it just died on us. It died on us a second ago, and then recorded a little bit after it died, and then started recording the second it came back on. So you just heard a little bit of just our private conversations for a second, but now we're back.
What were you talking about before? Or are we just over that?
We can be over it. I know we were talking about like me being needed to be funny to be accepted or whatever. I know I was in the middle of that.
And you were never accepted.
I definitely was trying to wrap it up, but now that it's on our charger, we can go for a little bit longer. Try to figure bullshit for a little bit longer.
Yeah. So you were saying you like trying to be accepted, like being funny, like with friends and.
Yeah. Well, I've always done that. Like a big part of my that's like a whole bunch, because from real low self-esteem, the only thing I've had to I could be accepted socially is being funny. That's all I felt like I've ever had for a long time. Like, I'm not... I feel like an interesting person.
Even when I was younger, like way before I started doing dumb shit for people's entertainment or filming or anything, I remember like skateboarding in front of my friend's house and like purposely eating shit in front of the ramp.
Okay, yeah.
And like with like there was like a group of people, them skating and acting like I was about to hit this ramp, and then all of a sudden like going like right before the ramp, and then I just fall and eat shit, and I thought that was funny. Like, and that was way before I thought of like filming anything stupid. So like in a way I thought like me getting hurt or like being dumb seemed like a funny way of like entertaining people.
Yeah.
Way before. Like I remember in 4th grade I actually talked my dad into letting me have a mohawk, and that was like my first day of 4th grade. My dad shaved my hair into a mohawk. And I was like, hell yeah, I have a fucking mohawk for fucking school. Like first day of 4th grade. I was rocking that for a bit. Which, like, I feel like most parents would be so against. But, like, I don't know, I always found, like, I had to, like,
it is
entertain
really cool that your
people.
parents did that shit.
Yeah, like,
let you do that.
I always felt like I had to, like, entertain people as well.
Yeah.
But, like, in a different way. But
I think it's both, like, it's the same gene expressed differently. It's the same, whatever part of us is fucked up that wants to entertain people, just expressed differently.
But it's also for yourself, too. It's weird. Because, like, you want to do it, like, whether or not
I have to be funny. Like, I actually, like, and this is getting a little personal, but I got, like, super depressed recently.
Yeah.
We talked about it that one night at Tasha's super drunk, about how we both had been, like, really depressed recently.
Yeah.
And yours was after your accident, you couldn't do stunts. Mine was because I haven't felt like I've been funny for, like, months. I just wasn't funny. And that, like, depressed me.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might have been depression, like, making me not funny, but I think it was, like, I wasn't getting an outlet to express my own feelings, so those feelings were building up and making me depressed versus, like, okay, I need to let these fucking things out and, like, be funny and, like, accept it, and that, like, part of me was gone for a while, and I think that made me depressed.
Because you weren't doing what you are meant to do or what you love to do.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the same way. Like, if I'm not out doing crazy shit and, like, not filming myself doing dumb stuff or, like, crazy stuff, that's the one thing that makes
it's essentially not being creative.
if I'm not being creative and, like, expressing myself, whether it's for myself or for other people, for my friends, you don't feel, like, alive. It's weird. Like, you don't feel like you're living your life and you just feel fucking depressed about it. But then the second you film something or, like, do something productive that's also in the reins of, like, what you want to do, like stunts or comedy or being funny, then it makes you feel better. Or, like, even with me, like, just being active and, like, doing something, like, active and, like, accomplishing something. Like, the other day I hit the diving board and I was doing all these crazy flips that I've literally never done before, and I was just hucking first try. I was like, should I try double backflip? Sure, do a double backflip. Boom, hucked a double backflip off a high dive, landed. I was like, holy shit, that was sick. Or, you know, stuff like that. And then, like, I remember going home after I would hit the fucking diving board. I felt so fucking good about myself. Even though it wasn't, like, for anybody else or for anybody's entertainment.
Yeah.
It was just
to
know that I'm able to do cool shit.
I
still.
do get super pumped anytime I think of a funny idea.
Yeah, so you think of
like
a
if
funny
I think
joke.
of a funny idea and then I write it down and then I'm like, I get energized from that.
Yeah, and you feel better about life and, like, in general, right?
Yeah.
Like, you feel just good. That's how I feel. Like, if I do anything, like, cool or, like, active, I just feel good about myself.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a weird thing.
It's such a fucking weird thing, man.
Like, have you ever, I know this is different and weird, but, like, have you ever thought about wanting to do something, like, to my caliber, like stunts, like anything crazy or slightly crazy funny?
I will
or,
say,
like, have any stunts that you've seen me do seemed kind of fun to you?
not stunts per se, but I will say, when Josh Wolf was here and he was doing his, like, Instagram live videos about setting up the stunts and just being involved and, like, talking about it after, that gave me a little bit of a kick.
Right.
Like, that seemed interesting to me. So, like, I think there definitely, like, could be a point where, like, we could do something together, even if I'm not doing quote-unquote stunts because I don't want to hurt myself.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely the level of, like, entertaining when you do the silly, like, skits or whatever. Those pique my interest more.
Yeah, and then you could even, like, help write skits or, like, write, like...
I did, when your whole hobo skit, I did, like, think about that, and I was thinking about, like, oh, okay, how we could film that and stuff. And
Yeah. The
I figured
hobo
a little
skit.
bit. The hobo who only kills hobos.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to tell it on mic in case we... I don't think we will film this because I thought of this, and then I was like, that's too much work.
Well, yeah, and then we talked about
because I thought about doing... I'll just tell you because I don't think there's any way that we could do this based off just filming in general because it's too ambitious, almost, of, like, basically set it up that this hobo... So a dude walks past a hobo with a sign or whatever and talks to him and whatever. It's like, how'd you get here? And then I wanted to set up, like, him telling his backstory, and it's essentially Batman's backstory. So this homeless dude goes up to this rich-ass couple and shoots them, and it fills their little kid, their little son who was with them, with such a rage for homeless people that he has to go kill homeless people, and do it super dramatic. It was like black and white of these two, like, parents getting shot, and we're like, I remember on the night of June 16th, we were out singing opera, and we were leaving, and we went through this back alley for a shortcut, and this homeless guy came up, and he mugged my parents, and my dad was like, wouldn't give him money, like, and this is too much, like, obviously I wouldn't write it like this because you would be showing a lot of it,
Yeah.
versus telling it. It would literally be like, I remember the night of June 16th, and then it would cut to two parents walking down in black and white film, two parents walking down, getting, like, mugged, and then stabbed, like Batman's backstory, the same thing, and then fueling this guy's hatred for homeless people.
And that's where Hobo Vendetta is
Hobo
born.
Vendetta is born, as, like, through a Batman-esque thing. And I just remember the line, and this line reminds me a lot of this comedian Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
Who's kind of a nerdy comedian. But I just remember thinking of the line that, like, when the guy tells him, like, you know you're a fucking homeless person. Like, you are, like, you kill homeless people because you hate them, but you're a homeless person, basically. And I haven't figured out how to write that part yet to make it, like, casual and funny, but basically, like, he figures out he's a homeless person. And just the line that was funny to me was, like, I've become what I hate!
Oh my god. Pretty much.
Which is, like, a very Patton Oswalt line.
That's pretty funny.
It's alright,
Dude,
but then it's too ambitious to film. Like a guy, and then a cut, and then a whole nother shot of black and white. I even thought about making the homeless person be digging a homeless person and then thinking back to when his parents died. Like, has a shovel, is finished digging a grave, and then thinks back to his parents or whatever. But I just don't know what the punchline of that sketch is.
Right, yeah, that one's hard. But the fucking N-word pass I showed you ended up actually being a real fucking sketch. Which they did it so funny and was so good.
I didn't even end up watching the full video. I just saw that the fact that they did.
Did you see the guy that in the Black House, like, he's like, F it, say it with the hard R. And then the white guy's like, the hard R pass isn't available yet.
Isn't available. So I didn't even watch the full video. I just saw the fact that it was your sketch idea.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Dude, the whole thing was
maybe
so
after
funny.
we get done with this, we'll brainstorm some sketches because I definitely want to write sketches. I like writing stuff like that. I think it's funny. I mean,
it'd be something different and fun to
it gets
do.
my gears going.
Just and it would expand.
I don't even know what the fuck to talk about next. I don't know. Should we just kill it?
Yeah.
End
Do
it?
you want to just fucking?
Well, we need Alan. Alan. Is he on the phone?
I don't know. I mean, like. Yeah, we could just end it now.
Let's just fucking end it. All right. Well, this was kind of a lackluster ending. We didn't have, like, a big story to end on or whatever, or anything that happened to us recently.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of anything that did happen to me recently with, like, stunts. Like, I just got a hand tattoo.
Yeah, you got
from
your
Austin.
hand tattoo. Shout out to Austin at Lost City Art.
No.
Nope.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
You're wrong. No, it was a shout out to Austin Murfitt Tattoos. That's his Instagram. But,
well, his Instagram.
Austin Murfitt at Lonely Hearts Club.
Is it Lonely Hearts Club?
Yeah.
Isn't there a tattoo shop named Lost Art?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
But Lonely Heart, god damn it.
You feel like a real cunt right now.
I know, because I love Austin. He's one of my favorite people.
Hey.
I'm so jealous of Austin's
Like lifestyle, he gets to fucking.
well, not that, but like he's never uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like he will say the most ridiculous shit to people and never be uncomfortable. I'm so jealous of him. But
That's how we grew up with Austin too. Like
the first time I met Austin, he was so he will say anything to you.
like one time he was begging somebody at McDonald's to give him a free cheeseburger, and then he saw somebody throw away a cheeseburger in the trash can, and then he started digging through the trash to get that cheeseburger. And then the person working at McDonald's was like, no, stop. I'll just give you a free cheeseburger.
Yeah.
So he
awesome.
worked his way to get a free cheeseburger no matter what it took. Like, and it was always so funny.
Such an interesting.
He'd always ask for free shit too. Like, even recently we went to Panda Express. He's like, can I get a free drink? And like she said,
but
no.
like the way we're saying this seems
He's like a beggar.
But like to him, that's his sense of humor.
Like,
He'll
but
be like,
he says it funny though.
Okay, come on, dude. Come on. Just give me a free drink.
Yeah, no,
just come on.
No, so like here's an example. In Panda Express, they always like, hey, do you want to donate the last 50 cents of your purchase to make it even for a donation? And then he'd be like, can I just get a free drink instead of donating?
Yeah.
And
yeah, like basically like, oh yeah, look, could you donate 50 cents to this? And we're like, oh, well, could you just give me like a free drink instead?
and then they would say no. But I remember one time he was begging somebody for something free, and then we sat down to eat, and the lady, not waitress because it was fast food, walked over with like something
the
free.
cashier,
Yeah, she walked over. It was either free drinks or like a free appetizer that he was asking for, and she just walked over and gave it to us because he was so like charismatic about it. It was so funny.
It's not a point of begging. He's such
He just
a
will
personal
ask questions.
person that it will make people want to give him things.
Yeah, like he'll just.
I remember when I very first met him, he used to beg people for $1 to get something out of the vending machine.
Yeah, in high school. Yep.
Like, come on, dude. You know you want to give me something. Like, come on, you have $1 on you. You
don't lie to me. Like,
don't lie to me. You have $1. You want to give me that $1?
Yeah, exactly. And he would make people bow down to him and call him Father Dreads.
That's where his Twitter name came from?
Because
or Instagram name or
whatever
whatever
he used to have orange
be?
dreadlocks. And in high school, he would make people bow down to him. He wouldn't make them, but he would like talk people into bowing down to him and calling him Father Dreads.
Yeah, I've always been so jealous of like his just openness with people, like random people. He'll just like talk to whoever and all that shit. But like, if you need a tattoo, Austin Murfitt at Lonely Hearts Club tattoo shop in Salt Lake City is amazing. He's done one of my tattoos, and it's my favorite one.
He's pretty much done all of my tattoos. I would say like 90%. He's done.
Yeah, and Khyler
I prefer to go to him.
Up.
The only person I only go to Austin when I'm in Utah. I've only gotten tattooed, I think, by one other person in Utah, and then the rest of or maybe two. But I was with Austin when doing them.
Yeah.
So like most of my tattoos, maybe even 95%. All I'm trying to say is, I only go to Austin. Yeah. He's the only one I trust. He's great.
Ever since I've known Austin, he's been an amazing artist.
And exactly, like he was so into his passion of
again,
being
like us when I was like 12.
Dude,
when he was in high school, he was making art in school that was like so in line with like tattoo artists.
Well, and what I was gonna say is when he was 18, he started apprenticing at a tattoo shop.
Even before that, though, when we were in high school, when we were in 10th grade, he was in 11th grade, in his art class, he was drawing basically a thing that you could get tattooed.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When he was 18 in high school, he would leave from school, take the bus, and instead of going home, he would go to his apprentice. He'd go to his shop, and then apprentice there after school. That's how much he was into it.
It's the only thing I've ever wanted Austin to know what to do in his life.
So like
to tattoo.
He's so good, and like obviously, if you want anything but traditional, then fuck off, because traditional is the best style of tattooing in my opinion. And I think
I see anyone that doesn't get traditional. Like,
you're
what
wrong.
The fuck are
you're
you
wrong.
Doing?
You're wrong. But like,
there's this one chick I remember that I used to work with.
For real though, like if you don't, traditional tattoos are the best. Like they last the longest, they look the best, and it's just like a lifetime of like good art on your body.
Yeah.
In Austin, like not to suck
it's so
Austin's
synonymous
dick.
with
We're totally
tattoo
sucking
culture.
Austin's dick right now, but seriously, like I will not. If as long as I live in Utah, I will not go to anybody else to get tattoos. Like,
he's amazing.
For real. He's a good conversation, and even if you don't talk to him, like there's always good music in the shop, in my opinion, and it's a good environment. And if you don't want to get tattooed by Austin, there's a couple other dudes in the shop who are just as good, if not better, only because they've been tattooing longer than Austin, and everybody in tattoo.
That's the other thing. Austin's only been tattooing what? Like,
Since legitimately, like 2014 or 15.
Yeah,
legitimately,
so like 4 or 5 years.
Probably,
okay,
no.
Fucking
I think
good.
he's been actually tattooing since 2014. Yeah. Because like I was 18 that year.
Okay, so 5 years.
So about
5
years,
and he's so fucking
good.
One
has
of the
great
best
clientele.
in the state.
Highly recommended.
For American traditional tattoos.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the state of Utah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He's so young compared to most of the tattoo
course.
artists around.
And like I said, if you want to go to anybody else in the shop, like if you just felt like experimenting, like that, Lonely Hearts Club is the shop to go to. I don't care who you pick. Austin, I recommend. Anybody else is also fucking phenomenal. I know they're all
they just
really
had a remodel. They expanded.
I went there. Yeah.
They expanded. They were a tiny shop that could barely fit 4 artists.
Barely, and now it's huge. Compared.
That big now?
Yeah, they moved again. So like it's
you're looking for
right next door.
Oh really?
Yeah, they moved from like literally they went from like their tiny shop that's like as big as this garage or smaller to like a way bigger spot. It's literally right the door next to it.
Hell yeah, I like that.
And which I love. So I definitely recommend going there. You've been to Lonely Hearts Club.
I've been there a couple times. I've been there. My girlfriend's been there. My friends, my girlfriend's family's been there. I keep inviting people over there because I think he's the best.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Lonely Hearts Club, I knew about that shop before Austin moved there.
Yeah.
A bunch of my friends were like, go to Lonely Hearts Club, and they got all this traditional art, and they're like, Lonely Hearts Club was like a famous tattoo shop in Salt Lake, or not famous, but like they're really well known. And all of a sudden, my good buddy Austin, that I've known since I was a little kid, starts working there, and like so he's moved up so much, and like I'm so proud of him. Like
he's
it's awesome, dude. It's good to fucking see him working there.
So if you want a discount on a tattoo, use ADHD podcast. I wish we had fucking sponsors.
Yeah, like maybe they could, but.
I fucking doubt it.
I wouldn't get my tattoos anywhere else. Like I also like to do. It's fucked up because I hate people who get shitty tattoos. But
I was gonna say this earlier. I started the story earlier and then stopped. There was a chick that I used to work with that like would brag about like I got a couple of tattoos and I like told her like, oh yeah, this one was 120 with tip or whatever, and she was like, that's ridiculous. I got this one for $30. You're fucking up, Alan. I would be like, I got this one for $30. And I was like, yeah, but that looks like a fucking $30 tattoo.
Exactly.
That's like, she was the kind of person to get cartoon characters.
Like Tweety Bird.
Like, not, like, they look off a little bit. Like, it looks like a knockoff Tweety Bird. Fuck, goddamn, my speech impediment's coming out. It looks like a knockoff Tweety Bird. That like from like a Mexican like knockoff Looney Tunes DVD.
Well, yeah, like
and it looks like dog shit. But then she would brag about I only paid $30 for this tattoo. Like, if somebody like, oh yeah, we have $30 tattoos. I'm never fucking going to that shop.
That's funny because actually there was this tattoo shop that Austin worked at when he was an apprentice, and they had $30 tattoo days, and you can tell.
Well, that's different.
No, it's the same because you can tell. That was $30. You see that tattoo?
Yeah.
Terrible. The outline of this was $30.
Yeah.
This was a $30 tattoo.
But the difference is those are $30 tattoo days. Yeah. She found a tattoo shop that gives tattoos for $30.
Like all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And they're terrible.
Like I would either get I would either go to Austin or a
That's the
really
thing
good
about,
professional, or I'd rather get like a basement tattoo that's for free and like stick.
Well, if you're getting a shitty tattoo on purpose, it's gonna be a shitty tattoo, and that's part of it.
and it's fun because like
But when you're paying a professional to put something
No.
on your body forever, like a big piece,
it's
and it's dog shit.
yeah, fucking idiots don't do that.
Yeah, like there's a difference between getting a tattoo and going to a tattoo artist and having him draw up a piece of art to put on your body. And then
Right.
putting it on your body. That's a different thing. I've seen so many people get like hope or like whatever the fuck, some Chinese letters, and it's a dog shit tattoo that some, and I don't want to dog on them because I'm sure they're good artists,
But they just don't have the right equipment, or they're not to that
or they're
level.
not trying hard enough, or that it's just a job to them. But there's certain people who it's their passion, and they don't want to put anything on your body that isn't up to their
Right.
own standards.
Literally, Austin would never like. Okay, so hypothetically, if you went up to Austin, excuse me, no.
Copyright.
If you went up to Austin and was like, I want you to tattoo this and that, and it was like something he hated, didn't want, he would charge you extra,
Because he
like
hated
almost
doing
double, because he didn't want to tattoo it. And then if you choose to actually go with that price, then it's okay. He'll
Yeah.
tattoo
How
it.
many- How many tattoos do you have, Alan?
11.
11.
The fact that you know is you need more.
I
Yeah.
know, I want more.
If you know how many tattoos you have, you need more.
Hold up.
Okay, he has fucking
Wait,
2.
wait.
I know he needs more too.
Okay, I have 3.
Who gives a fuck?
Anyway,
you-
wait,
you need
wait.
more as well.
I plan on getting more tattoos than Alan.
Alright, I heard that. I think Alan heard that too. More than him. But Alan has more than you. But he won't want it. What is it? I don't know.
Okay, good. Fuck Caden, I'm still having I have more than him. I'm gonna get more.
So Alan
Dude,
has 11 tattoos and you have 3, and then you just said that you're planning on getting more tattoos.
I will
than
have
Alan.
more tattoos on me than Alan will.
Yeah,
But what's the deadline?
there is-
Oh,
dead.
death.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay,
right.
you should try to.
I just
create-
murder Alan.
Yeah. I still have more than before I die.
Yeah, but then I can have a lifetime of
Or if
getting
you
more
die
tattoos.
before.
Yeah, it's before.
That's a fair point.
It's
Yeah.
before one of the other dies.
See, I don't make this a competition. Caden makes it one. It makes me be more
You
competitive.
made it a
No,
competition
no.
too.
Who brought this up first?
I don't know.
Caden
Today. But how many times
No,
have
I've
you
heard this
been-
competition before.
Yeah.
I know you guys have been like, who's getting more tattoos? Who has the most tattoos?
I actually don't really.
It's not
give
who
a shit.
has more, who's getting the more.
I don't give a fuck if Alan has more tattoos.
Neither do
than
I.
me.
I only care when he says
Yeah,
he cares.
and I do it to piss him off. a little bit.
Exactly.
But
It pisses me off. I don't know why.
but I want to be covered right now.
Yeah, same here. Like, and that's why, like, I
But
think
you're covered, homeboy.
I want more.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
covered, but he has more spots to fill still.
Yeah, like, see, I have a lot of my arms and like some of my legs, but
if
I
I
have,
wasn't so
but I-
drunk right now, I said let's go get tattoos.
I have my whole torso
Yeah.
and my back and like
Yeah.
my everything.
I
Like, I have
wasn't
so
so
much
drunk
more.
right now, I'd say let's go get tattoos.
Or have Aussie come in here and tattoo us.
He would-
I'm too drunk,
well,
dude.
we're actually thinking about trying to get stick and pokes tonight. If you would want to try.
I'm down trying to do my own.
Maybe.
Would you really be down?
Yeah.
Because I think we have a friend who wants to do some tonight, and I told her to come to my
I
house.
thought that
to
was
do 'em.
last night. What happened?
I was.
Oh,
end up-
2 nights ago. Sorry.
we were end up busy, but like she said that she'd be down tonight, and I was like, hey, let's do them tonight at my house because I've been drinking. And then she's like, all right, I'm down. So like I'll let you I will figure out when we're doing it, but if you guys
Yeah.
want to come along just to hang
But
out,
dude,
or
I
like,
am so
actually
ready
get
to
some.
get this empty spot on my forearm done.
but that's the
What do
beauty.
you guys think I should get?
Alright, well,
Empty space right here. Maybe even if you do my
There's so
sunsets
many
or whatever.
yeah, there's literally
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like
But I
like
say,
an
no, the
let's
thing
go.
is, there are so many things, so that's what
It's
I want
endless.
your opinion.
But what do you want also?
I don't American traditional style. This
Okay, that
whole
makes-
arm is
okay,
going
look.
to be
Alright, let me-
American traditional shit.
Okay, you literally
Just like the
you want-
cliches of
Okay, you want
American
cliche
tradition.
American traditional? Literally,
Pinup girl.
I
Well,
was gonna say
pinup girl's
girl.
gonna be up high.
Again, not yet.
no,
Get
that's
that now
what I
one.
was gonna say.
but I'm not
is-
gonna get that. I want this spot on my forearm
Get a
filled.
fucking dagger.
Yeah, that's what
Dagger's
I was
gonna
gonna.
be here.
See?
No, I was
See,
gonna.
look, he's making
Alright,
shit
a
up.
dagger.
No,
but-
no, I'm not making shit up.
No, what I was gonna say.
The thing is, I want this area filled to like now.
okay,
Get a fucking dagger right now.
No,
what
I'm
I
getting
was
a
gonna
dagger
say-
here.
Same
You're not letting me
spot.
say what I was
Okay,
gonna
sorry.
say. I was gonna say a fucking snake with like
I've thought about a
a
snake.
snake, or I was gonna say like some sort of rose But I was
I
gonna
have
say
a
a rose
rose.
with a fuck. Well, I have a rose.
But literally, I have a rose here.
That's fine. A rose on a rose is fine.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you could look
That's
at people's.
too many roses.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say something with like a dagger going through it.
A snake
But
with
you
a
want
dagger
a
around
dagger.
it.
But I was
Yeah,
that's
but
what
the
I was
thing
gonna say,
is,
snake.
I already have a tattoo planned on the back of my forearm for a dagger. This
Well, you
spot
can literally
saved
get-
for a dagger.
You know what I like, honestly, which I don't know if you like now, but when I see people get it, it's like a woman that's like a nurse. It's like, it's hard to
Oh,
explain.
I've seen those, yeah.
It's like with the nurse hat, and like
Yeah.
it's just a woman, and it's just like, if you got that, like you said, you don't care, and it looks great.
Well, let me see. But like, yeah, that's why I'm saying I plan on doing a dagger on the back of my forearm.
Maybe we should do the
already.
dagger first, and then see what can go around
The
that.
thing is, I want this empty spot filled. This is where I want my next tattoo because I don't like how empty my forearm is.
But say if you get a
I
dagger
don't like
for
that I
it-
have one on the top of my forearm and then one to the left.
No,
of
that's
it.
fair. I think that's
I
all,
want
only
this
because that's all we can
filled.
think about. There's literally so
Like you're
many
giving out
things.
good ideas, but like I have
But you
plans
have
for
a
those
road-
other
so you,
spots.
Yeah, you have a plan for a pinup,
Yeah,
a
a pinup will
dagger,
go
and you
on-
already have a rose.
Yeah,
Well, there's
I have
and I
plans
already
for
know
these.
you've heard the idea for a ship.
yeah, because Austin mentioned that, and I might get a ship right there, but I'm worried.
Literally,
that
you
will
could
be
get like anything, like a fucking
That's
a-
what I'm just
a-
looking for.
a
Suggestions.
scorpion. You could get a scorpion
Yeah.
there. You could get a fucking wolf. I'm trying to think of like other ideas that like
an
I'm looking-
eagle.
like an
I might get an
I
eagle
think,
chest piece, dude.
I was gonna say an eagle, like a bigger eagle.
I might get. An
Like, I mean, I
eagle
have
chest
this
piece.
spot as an eagle, but
Yeah.
that's like like it's
I
like
might get
smaller.
a.
like,
I might get an eagle. Hold up. Oh, God, this is
Yeah, take
annoying
those
me.
out.
You saw me put them in. Fuck.
Yeah, take your titties out.
There's been a running gag today
But
of
I
putting
think-
in these pads that my girlfriend had into our shirts. I did it before the podcast started, and I regret doing it before the podcast started. I wish I had done it on it. And then Alan did it actually when the podcast had died and we had that like gap. Alan had put in these fake these like
ties.
these pads.
So-
and so I had them in, and I thought I know you noticed, Alan.
Yeah, I watched you.
I saw
we
you
both
noticed.
watched you.
But I thought you were so out of it that you didn't
no, I
notice.
knew that
I
you
was
said
so
that.
pissed. Damn it.
I was gonna say, do you have any idea of what you want on your?
Not
forearm?
in this specific. That's a problem. As I have so many tattoo ideas, but I don't have
Good luck.
one for this specific spot.
So I know you want a dagger there, but maybe you should do the dagger first and see what fits there.
I would like to do the
Right?
dagger right now, but
Because what
the
if you
thing
don't-
is, I want this filled out.
I know you do, but what if you do a dagger, or if you do something else there? Like, oh, you can't do a dagger there.
If it's the dagger.
It's like, oh, you can't do it because your fucking dagger's there. Might as well do the dagger first and see what fits around that.
Well, because, like, let's say the dagger's here.
Yeah, I get
With
that.
my arm, the dagger's going to be
But what if
on
it
the
wraps
side.
around more?
We don't need to be talking about these specifics on the podcast.
Exactly.
Because they're so visual. Maybe we should call this. We're at 3 fucking hours. This might be the longest podcast we've ever
In history.
Yeah.
Oh.
done.
This is a long one for sure. We
Alan
can only
doesn't
end it if
listen
you
to
take
podcasts.
a.
No, I'm not gonna take
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
sip. You don't know me. I don't succumb to peer pressure ever. No.
He drank it again.
For those of you,
I would literally drink this whole
For
thing
listening-
if you wanted me to. Even if
This-
you didn't want me to.
Oh my god.
Kyler just took the 3rd shot of urine that he pissed into a bottle, and then immediately followed it by the 4th.
He
has
first,
take- 4 shots of urine. Sorry, Alan.
his own urine I was trying to get to.
Oh
it's
yeah.
somebody else's.
Well, I think we talked about it
I
earlier.
know, but I just want them to know his own urine. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. It'd be weird if it was else urine too, but
I don't think he would give a fuck whose urine.
Exactly.
Did I
He
tell you? I
would.
told you the story how I drink somebody else's urine for $2.
We
See,
talked about
yeah,
it, yeah,
talk
on the
about that,
podcast.
yeah,
We already
yeah.
talked about
fuck
it.
you.
It's been, like, we're like 6 podcasts in. I feel like we've already told every
Oh,
story of our
definitely.
lives.
Every story of our life. After
Anyway.
all our 23 years of lives, we told the whole
Well, we
one.
are young. 23 is not a lot of years.
We
could
have a lot of stories.
We could
still.
definitely think of more.
Well,
and
it doesn't.
That's
fucking
why we do it
matter.
I
once
can
a
think of
week.
2 more and then I can end my life.
Anyway,
Do
well
you want
that
film?
I guess let's call it. That was the ADHD podcast. We had our a really close friend, Alan Guzman, on today.
Alan.
Alan Guzman.
I'll be back more.
Alan Guzzle coming.
Caden.
Come
Jesus.
for men. Anyway,
Jesus.
sorry. Our really good friend Alan Guzman was on today, and this is our first guest, and I actually liked having a guest. It
Okay,
was
why
good
didn't
to
it be
bounce
guest? Why
off
can't
of.
it be us regular?
You can be on whenever.
You keep
Literally.
saying guest, just say he's
Because this is a guest. Because we've done 6 without you, motherfucker. Where have you been?
Because if Caden did it without me, it would be weird. Because we've done it.
Well,
every
we
single
started this
time.
podcast together.
Yeah.
Everyone else is. We are co-hosts.
So Caden and I are.
And
like
then you can be a regular. You come on
I
3
want
more.
to become.
If you come on 2 more times, I'll say regular.
Okay.
But this is your first time. Don't pour that on my floor. You poured that on me. That was the ADHD podcast. I have piss on my leg. We are calling
Not his
it
own piss.
good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Caden.
Oh god, I didn't pause in time. Now this is weird.